What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Must Experience with Deke. I'm tripping.
What's so funny?
I was laughing to myself because in my mind I was thinking about something totally different as I was starting this off. So now let me start it off the right way. What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Must Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke. Yeah, in my mind I had like something totally different. I was like, yo, what am I thinking about right now? So I'm back now. I'm in the zone. I'm here.
What's good, bro?
It's a Victory Monday, baby. It feels great. It's been a long time since we've, got to fully be on the same page of Victory Mondays, with both of us celebrating them at the same time. So, I'm glad that we could be back on one accord today with that. Yeah, man. It was a good weekend, bro. It's a good weekend.
Unreal game.
Insane.
Unreal game.
From start to finish, bro.
As I was even watching it back, you always want your team to win by a ton of points and for the game to be over in the second half so you could relax, rest easy. But still, it was a great back and forth game.
No, it definitely was.
Just overall. I would have loved the Steelers win by 30 points, but just with how everything played out and how the Steelers got the dub, but then also how it was back and forth between the Steelers and Bucs and a little bit of a showdown towards the end.
Dude, it was
a great game.
Though.
It was really a great game.
I mean, it checked off every box that you could want, man, in terms of drama, in terms of scoring, in terms of adversity as well. I mean, it was all that type of stuff, man. And all three phases having to show up as well, man. So, like I said, man, I definitely was impressed with that. Also, man, on the non-game element of this thing, it was dope to run into a ton of you guys from the chat, man. Ton of the people, that are always in the show, always, comment and stuff like that. A lot of them were down there. A lot of them asked for you too. They was like, yo, where homie Deke at? I was like, yo, look for the man with the white claws getting after it. He's out here somewhere.
No. I didn't make it in.
Get out of here.
Did not make it in.
Blacked out? What happened?
No. So basically, I said this in my halftime report. I tried to play the ticket market, but the market played me.
Oh, no.
Dude, so the tickets throughout the whole week. This was the one.
You could wait till the last minute, get it on, and go in.
Every time. If you're going to go through that strategy, usually around kickoff, tickets are going to plummet.
Right.
And they're just going to plummet as you get closer and closer to kickoff. So even it's like 12:30, you can get really good value.
Yeah.
So it's around 11 or 12 o'clock. And even throughout the week, the tickets were holding around like $100, $120. Yeah. I'm like, that's cool. So they're going to drop. I'm expecting they're going to go down to maybe like $70, and I'll be able to get a deal then when kickoff comes around. So I'm checking my phone on the way down and everything. Well, I was a little late, too, that morning. I was taking my good time getting ready. I had to print up the Bucs pack. I probably left my house like around 11 or something. But then that was literally, I really learned, because usually every time I went down with you, we were there a decent amount early where you didn't have to worry about traffic like that. At 11 o'clock, worst time to get on. Hands down the worst time to get on. Traffic was terrible. I finally ended up parking right around kickoff. It was like probably 12:45 or something. Ooh. But anyway, I'm looking for these tickets.
Right.
Ticketmaster. An hour or two before, as I'm driving down, checking my phone. 120, something like that. Get down, in some cases, to like 100. There's some steals that pop up, but on Ticketmaster, if you ain't the first one to click it, they're like, hey, man, no, someone else got it in their cart. You're too late. So I'm like, damn, because there was one or two that went for like 50 or like 60, $70. I was like pumped whenever I saw it. Wasn't able to get those, but there were some still sitting there. That 100, 120 range. I'm like, I'm going to kick myself if I buy these because it's going to go down and
get
kickoff.
You a 50. I see.
This is like an hour or two before.
So you were really holding it. Oh.
Kickoff comes. 250.
What?
250, 300. Single ticket.
Oh, they played you.
No joke. And what's funny, so I ended up watching the game at Tequila Cowboy. Everyone that I met in there was saying the same exact thing. Okay. They were like, dude, we were trying to just hop down here, go in, get a ticket at kickoff because we thought it'd be cheap. Yeah. Hey, the market dictates it, man. And you could tell the place was packed. Wow. So I think it was just the scarcity of the tickets and how many people actually wanted to sell them, because there were a ton of people in that game. It was absolutely packed, man. It is what it is. I had a great time at Tequila Cowboy, though. Sure. Also ran into a ton of people that watched the show. Let's go, man. You got to give your shout-outs.
Yeah, let's see. We got some shout-outs we got to give out. I know you got some shout-outs as well. Nanzito, I know he pulled up on me, man. Big time salute to him. Where's my man? Actually, he wrote it down and gave it to somebody, but John Geisler. Now, John, we do remember you, man, out of New Mexico, man, because you sent the 2 jerseys, the Martavis and, oh my goodness, the kicker. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Yeah. But yes, we did. I thought we did shout you out when we first got them, because, yeah, you sent them, it was like a month or 2 ago, right? It's like a month ago? Yeah, it was a while ago, man. Yeah.
August, man.
We'll make sure we shout you out again, though, so big time salute to you out the 505. I know you always holding us down out there, and we do greatly appreciate your support. And then we also, Colton Fo Chu, all the way from Hawaii, he has sent us, or actually delivered them for us, these cool little Hawaiian Steeler themed shirts, man, from, was it Get Nuts or something like that in Hawaii, man. So salute him for that, man. Heck yeah, man. I like it. He had one for you, one for me, man. I think he gave you the XL, so you know.
What'd you get?
He gave me a 2X. I don't know what he's trying to say. No, I'm going to fill that thing on out just right. But no, we want to salute you as well, man. But no, man, it was dope. Like I said, anytime we get to run into you all out and y'all actually, you know, pull up and, yo, man, it's such and such, man. We love that, man. It does mean a lot to us. So, like I said, man, it was definitely dope to see some of y'all. We wanted to make sure we gave y'all shout outs on the front end. You said you had a couple names as well?
Steve-O 843 from
there we go.
Cowboy, one of the homies.
There we go.
Yeah, it made watching the game fun as hell. He Absolutely. Even said, in relation to the podcast, he said, if y'all ever quit that, like, I'm going to be so fucking pissed, man. Don't ever quit that. You guys are awesome. So, he was really cool.
Go. Respect.
I have this one written down, C. Higgs 67.
Okay.
And then I have written next to it, a Pickett Maddox pick.
That's
why my jersey was backwards at some point throughout the night. He had a Maddox jersey, I had a Pickett, and then we took a picture. But like I was like, dude, I'm only taking the picture if we turn these around. I think that picture's in my phone or it's either in his.
Okay.
But shout out to C Higgs 67.
Let's go. No,
it was a good time, man.
I like that. Respect, man. So yeah, man. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we're supposed to start on the front end? I think that's it for right now. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, without further ado, then let's go ahead and start the show how we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from. We'll give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And man, it's gonna be a fun one today, man. We're gonna do a couple of giveaways as well. Since man, the Steelers got that big dub, we needed that, you know. And Kenny officially knocking off the GOAT, or fake GOAT, however we want to refer to him. But either way, Kenny getting that first official victory against him, man. So, you know, we're going to definitely have a little fun with that, man. But,
dude, we got to give props to Mitch, though, too.
Oh, yeah, we
got to give props. I know the win's going to go to Kenny because he started the game.
It's like when we talk about Landry Jones in that 2015 game against the Browns. It's like, Landry got the dub. We know 7 came in and did what he did, but hey, Landry got the dub, man. So shout out to Landry. Shout out to Kitty as well, man.
Nothing but respect to Mitch from me today. Honestly, that was incredible. Incredible performance. Gutsy performance. He had that look in his eye, man.
He had it.
He really did, dude. Whenever they panned to him once or twice on the broadcast screen, you could tell.
I like it.
He's playing like he didn't care.
Yeah.
Playing like he had nothing to lose.
For sure.
It was great to see. Okay, what do we got here?
All right, hold on. I got a couple right here, man. I see E-Dub tuning in, or EW tuning in from the 619 San Diego. Sam G, the 515 Des Moines, Iowa. Then after that, we got the homie DD Smalls tuning in from Gainesville, Florida, probably on the golf course, knowing how he gets it in, but salute the homie, absolutely. And we got Zenon Bowie, the 321 Rock Ledge, Florida, and my man Eddie Spaghetti tuning in from Mitchburg, California.
Galvin Diamato, 419 Bowling Green, Ohio. Can't wait to pop out in the 412 for Cincy and Baltimore games. Got to try and find you guys. Missed y'all last year. Love the show.
No, facts, man.
George Gaines, 909, Upland, Cali. Longtime Steeler fan. Rashawn Farber, 785, Northwest Kansas.
I like it.
Jay Flame, 330, Warren, Ohio. Smoking that Brady pack.
Bro, that Brady pack, that Bucs pack.
Yeah.
Deke, I almost ain't make it through the space talk, bro. It was hitting different yesterday, baby. I was in the Matrix for a little while. Low key felt like I was in the Matrix. You know how when you wake up in the morning the next day, you like, bro, am I still in this thing? It was one of them today, bro.
I feel you.
Shout out to that Brady pack, bro. Shout out to it hit different, bro. It's different.
Yeah, it was a great one, man. Yeah. Great one. You got any more?
Yeah, man, let me holler at a couple more of these folks over here, man, because, you know, I got big love today, man. Steve Brooks, he just says peace. Well, peace back to you. But Leonard Gilliam, the 301 Maryland, baby. And we got Reginald Rivers tuning in from the 901 Bartlett, Tennessee. I don't know if that's any close to Knoxville, Tennessee, but shout out to the Tennessee Vol fans in the house. And if y'all see the goalpost, yeah, take a picture with it, baby, because that's what you're supposed to do. Then we got Dwayne tuning in from the 318, the boat, Louisiana. Let's go. And then the last one I have on my end is Nemo_gaming, tuning in from Rhode Island. Shout out to Rhode Island. Let's get it.
Okay. Super chats.
Yes, indeed.
Nanzita, still here in the Berg.
That's the homie right there, man.
And celebrating that victory, baby.
Yes, indeed.
Let's
yes,
go.
indeed.
Love the energy here and don't want to go back to the Bay yet. I'll be at Rivers tonight for a final celebration. LOL.
Turn up.
Let's go, Steelers. We still alive.
Let's go. I wonder is official momentum going to pull up to the Rivers? Because, you know, he was always hollering about the Rivers for ambition. I wonder would he still pull up for Nanzito? You know, a little chat-on-chat vibe.
I'm not 100% sure.
Nah.
AJ Martinez, great overall team play. Great disguising of coverages versus TB12 Jr. Sabotage 7, Tatas 10 to the rescue. Thank God Brady was hungover. Blessings to the #1 chat and the #1 podcast. We will start rolling now. Steeler Nation.
Talk about it. Let's go.
I guess he's talking about Brady being hungover from Kraft's wedding on Friday.
Yeah. How'd you feel about that, man?
Him missing practice.
Or just in general?
Brady going to Kraft's wedding.
'Cause
he didn't have Giselle with him.
Yeah, they said it was just the Saturday thing that he missed, right?
What?
In terms
For
of
the Bucs?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm
I
not
know he
either.
missed something, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it was directly related. It has to be. There has to be some type of connection because
Yeah.
he's been missing these Wednesday practices apparently because he's trying to spend some time with his family. But this one's a one-off, and
'Cause
I don't
it's
think
a
it's
wedding,
coincidence. Kraft's wedding's on a Friday. He misses. It was either that Friday practice.
That's
You're
what I was
right
like,
on Saturday.
think
I
it
don't
was the
know.
Saturday. I wasn't sure. Yeah. But it was funny to me though. It's like, you know, does it really have that type of impact, or you know, all those things, or is it just like it just looks bad? Because I was laughing to myself even when I think of the whole Brady thing, because I'm like, did the Steelers have like their big fashion show on Friday night in the city? Like, we was out too getting it in. But glad
Were you there?
I was not. Since they had the fashion show, I went out and I pulled up on a high school football game.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of like the
I
gift. So I
saw
was
that.
like, all right, well, y'all gonna do this. All right, I'll pull up on this then. So yeah, but I'm like, yo, we had our own little things going on as well. Yeah, but we won. That's all that matters. And you know, I like that a lot, baby. But optics wise, it does look bad. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, this is Tom Brady.
I don't think Brady's the guy you got to question about working
Right.
hard.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I think he'll be all right.
Dude's about to lose his family over playing this season.
Like legit. Like, I think if there's one player that we will give the benefit of the doubt for, I would go with them right now.
Jacob Malesio. What do you say? I had us losing 69 to -16. I will eat my words. Quote of the day. There will never be another today. Make it count. Flow from the Progressive commercial.
Oh, facts. All right.
Huh.
I like it, man. I
Chewy
like it.
Regal. Moats. The Space Talk intro bumps. Had the change in my cup holder rattling.
Oh man, salute! Well, I greatly appreciate you. You know, try to get switch it up a little bit. You know, since we got a certain type of music for the podcast, we'll have a certain type of music for the space talk. You know what I'm saying? Just a little here and there, but I appreciate you taking notice to that.
Hey, that dude that you met at the stadium, I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Did he tell you knew me? With
Which
the Doug
one?
Cross the Most shirt?
Yeah, yes. So literally,
Yeah, I went to high school with him. Yeah.
So in the game, like he's obviously a couple rows down. Like anybody saw the video of the dude with the Don't Cross the Most shirt. So we see him and he's like going ham the whole day. But he doesn't recognize me until late in the game. And then he's like, yo, Mo. And that's when we start showing the shirt. And it just so happens, like, I'm like, yo, I got to get a pic with him. And the first thing he says is like, yo, you don't know me, but I know your boy Deke. I know him real well, man. I'm like, all right, that's the homie. And obviously, my man, he was a little turked up. So I was like, all right. I was like, I can see how y'all can vibe. I can totally understand it. Because his game day energy would definitely match your game day energy. That was the vibe I was getting. I'm like, yo, I like him. But he definitely gave me your vibes on game day. Like
I hadn't seen him in a minute.
Crowd.
He was either at the home opener or the Jets game. I can't remember, but I saw him down at McFadden's.
Oh, okay.
And he was whatever I ran into him, we're just catching up and everything. And yeah, he was talking about you. Like he's a big fan of you. He's like, dude, I got the Dope Cross the Moat shirt and stuff.
When he had it, it was just so coincidental too. Like we had no clue. And I'm literally like talking to wifey and KK like, yo, record this real quick. Like it's Renegade. Like we about to turn up. And literally he's just like, yo, Moats. I'm like, yo, this is perfect. All right. But no, man, salute him, bro.
Baron Bradford. We should handle Miami. TG got us beating Philly. We hit the bye, and people come back healthy. We just need to get hot at the right time. Steeler gang gang.
Don't you love how everything shifts that quickly, man? A week ago, bro, we were talking people off the cliff in here, man. We was over here like, no, the season is not over. We're not worried about draft picks. We don't care about top 5 and all this other stuff. Like, we just got to get a game under our belt, and we're fine. We said, what, split these next what?
I said
before was like, if we could just get one of these,
I
if we
said
just split
just
it.
one,
That's all we
and
needed.
that was worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But now we already got that one, so let's try to get at least 2 here.
Yeah, so that's the part that is very funny. It's like, yo, we went from like full on panic to now we got the optimism back. We back where we need to be. But that's ultimately why we always talk about the context as well with these games, man, because it does matter, man. And there are plenty of reasons why you should still be optimistic about this team in this season right now.
E-Dub says only fake fans boo when their team is winning. Was there booing going on yesterday?
Yeah. Yep. You
I know when it was.
Yep. You know exactly when it was. Yeah.
When we had to punt in Mitch's first series, right?
I
may have tweeted out, bring back 7
It was a particular
couple times.
throw that went to Deontay Johnson.
Went
on
too far on the inside.
Out route, and people was losing their mind. I mean, it was even, be real about it, they didn't even know if they should have cheered for him when Kenny got hurt and he had to come on the field. You know, usually like a guy gets hurt and it's like, all right, the next guy comes and was like, all right, let's go with this guy. They were kind of just like, nope, I'm not cheering at all. And then when he had that incompletion, it was like, boo. And we're like, bro, are y'all serious? Right? Like everybody in our little section was like, are y'all for real right now? But the thing that I loved was Mitch beat their support out of them.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Sometimes you gotta beat a person till they stop fighting. Sometimes you gotta beat them till they start cheering for you, and that's what he did. He was like, "Y'all keep booing. I got something y'all can boo today." So shout out to Mitch, man. We'll get into him though.
All right, gorilla mode. That win nearly brought a tear to my eyes. Pierre, the backups were battling hard when no one gave them a chance.
Facts, they were.
Been a rough start to the season, but happy for everyone who played to get a win. Hashtag a Tomlin game.
Ooh, all right.
Listen, if you're going to shit on Tomlin for last week's
talk
performance,
about it.
Someone deserves some credit for this one, right?
About it. Somebody.
God damn.
Somebody, right?
God damn.
Yeah. It's plenty of praise to go around. Plenty.
Yeah, really everywhere. Really everywhere.
What? You want to start diving?
I don't care. I mean, everything. Offensive line.
Yeah,
I want to start with the
let's
offensive line.
Thank you. Let's do it, man.
I don't know if they're getting talked about enough in a positive light because everyone's trying to rip on my boy Dotson. I saw some of the penalties. He actually played good.
Time out, bro. Like, I haven't been on social since I was making my posts and stuff, but I wasn't like on it. Were they really giving him death threats? Because I thought I saw people saying that too.
I did see that tweet, but
and I was just like, yo, is that for real? Like, that's a little OD, man. Like, I get, why you be pissed off about, Kenny getting hurt and everything like that. But I'm like, yo, you got to draw that line somewhere, man.
Right. Obviously, Dotson is not trying to get Kenny hurt.
Not at all.
But this was the first time in probably 2017, 2018, where there were 3 or 4 plays where I legitimately sat back and said, wow, look at the time the quarterback has. And that was the offensive line. I have to give them credit as a unit.
Yeah.
So that's my first little shout out that I'm giving here. But, I mean, across the board. Defense, you could literally probably name everyone on defense. Yeah. They did something. It was a whole just team effort on the defensive end. Miles Jack, Devin Bush, Terrell Edmonds was unreal. Corners, Josh Jackson.
Talk about it.
Pierre Island, Arthur Marlette, Trey Norwood.
Let's go.
The front 7, you got Malik Reed, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward,
Reed.
Wormley, Ogunjobi. It was literally everyone on the damn defense stepped up.
Let's go.
Robert Spillane.
Let's go. Can we talk?
I don't know if I'm missing anyone.
It's a certain 5.
I didn't say Devin Bush. Devin Bush and Miles Jack.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Get them boys some love, man.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then on the offense, same thing. I think Kenny started off the game solid.
Thank you.
But obviously we saw what Mitch did in that second half. Those clutch third down conversions. Him running for the first downs.
Getting busy, okay.
Claypool catching everything. Deontay catching everything. Pickens is Pickens. Even though he didn't have a crazy stat line game, he made the catches when it mattered.
Yes.
Zach Gentry, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren a little bit in there, Connor Hayward.
Man,
and then the offensive line, as I mentioned in the beginning. Special teams.
Let's go.
Chris Boswell making the field goals.
Come on.
Steven Sims.
Come on.
Come on, bro.
What's up?
Don't get caught like that.
What's up?
Come on, dude.
What's up? Nah, you right. I need to see who the guy was that caught him. I was like, I don't know what his 40 is because he was rolling too. He ate up some grass.
It's literally across the board and then going to coaching. Mike Tomlin. Doing exactly what we talked about. I'm not going to lie. I think they watched the podcast because some of those schemes and just how they were playing that game was exactly it. Get off to a hard start with the offense. Let Kenny sling it out a little bit. Sustain some drives. And then defense be bend but don't break. And that's exactly what they did.
I'm just saying, man. Maybe they tuned in. Maybe they tuned in. But no, man, I agree with everything you just said right there. To give a little more context from my end, all those players you named 100%. I love how we started. Kenny obviously coming out, getting us the first opening drive touchdown that we've had since dating back to last season, if I remember correctly. I also enjoyed the play calling. We obviously talk about Matt Canada. He's come under fire multiple times this season, and rightfully so. But I thought that he early on was calling a good game, aggressive. We saw how that first drive, man, we moved up and down the field, man, hit Pickens a couple times, hit Claypool, Deontay, and then the call understanding, hey, man, they might bring a little bit of pressure right here in this goal line situation. Let's fast release the running back. You get Devin White in a bind, of trying to avoid a guy, and before you know it, Najee is free into the flat. Touchdown. Like, it was beautiful. I thought that first quarter was a really good job by the offense as a whole, all the players you named, and by Matt Canada keeping the Bucs on their toes. We were able to move the ball consistently. Second quarter, obviously, we had a little bit of a lull, but I still was impressed with how we responded in this manner. First quarter, fourth quarter. Big quarters for me, man, in terms of this offense, in terms of Matt Canada, in terms of why I feel even more optimistic about all of them going forward. When we talk about that first quarter, that's the scripted portion of the game, right, for Matt Canada. This should be his bread and butter. This should be his, hey, I've scouted you. I've watched tape on this other team. This is going to be our best. And we looked the part early on. Man, the way we were moving that ball early on, I was like, okay, we can do this. We can score enough to give our defense a break, to let them not be on the field for the whole game. And when you look at time of possession, it reflected that, right? We were able to keep that thing going. But then you get the second quarter where, like I said, man, especially getting close to the 2 minute, to the end of the half, we kind of stalled out a little bit. But I looked at that as Tampa making adjustments, and that's what you're supposed to do. Whoever has that first quarter successful, whether you're offense or defense, second quarter is when the opponent makes their adjustment. And I thought Tampa did a good job of that. Now, third quarter hits, and we're supposed to see what new adjustments Matt Canada could potentially make, but we get Kenny hurt, right? So third quarter is kind of a lull still. We talk about the pass from Mitch. It's like, oh, man, this is not about to be good. But once again, Matt Canada makes an adjustment. He figures out, okay, this is what we need to call. Mitch understands, okay, this is what I need to do. And now you look at that fourth quarter and how that went back to getting big-time plays. The two drives back-to-back where we score with Claypool and then the 4-minute offense, man, the play calling was dope, but also the execution was awesome, man. When you're talking about Mitch putting that ball where it needed to be.
He was fearless.
And these receivers coming down with it. How many times up until yesterday have we been criticizing Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson? Even when we praise George Pickens, those two guys get the negative of it because of how they weren't making the same type of plays. But you watch both of those dudes yesterday, man, they came down with big time catch after big time catch. And obviously we know what Chase was able to do at the end of that thing to really take it to the next level, man. I thought that was one of his best games as a wide receiver, purely wide receiver, that we've seen him have here, man. And I was really enjoying that. And the same could be said for Mitch in the sense of when you keep hitting that, that almost like, hey, nothing to lose. He did have nothing to lose. And this is what we talk about in the sense of the human nature part, right? And we said support matters. But we also said when you feel the pressure of, I don't have support, everybody's almost rooting for me to fail, at times that can be a lot. And it can make you be a little bit more conservative. And we talked about that approach from him early on. Yesterday, the reason it was very different was he's already lost a starting job. So there was no threat of, hey, we're going to take this job from you because it was already taken. Also, Kenny was hurt. So there was no threat of, hey, we're going to bring Kenny back in. But it also made the fan base realize that, hey, there's nobody to boo. You can't. Who you going to get in here?
7 was in the stadium.
He was, but he was not dressed. So with that, though, I thought that all of those things did set up perfectly for Mitch to be very similar to how he was in Buffalo and how he was in Chicago, where he didn't necessarily have to deal with that pressure of this person on the sideline and everybody wants him out there. And I thought that that really helped him out. But at the same time, I also want to tip my cap to his professionalism as well. And we talked about this when he got pulled a couple weeks ago. We said he could have got pissed. He could have went to the tank. He could have said, F this team. He could have said, I'm not preparing anymore because you got your quarterback. This is the guy you wanted, right? But we said, hey, you never know. Kenny could play bad. Kenny could get hurt. Anything could happen. And they come back to you. Now, if Mitch would have done those things, yesterday could have went really bad, and it would have just confirmed the criticism. It would have confirmed the naysayers towards him. But instead, he did be a professional. He was in the lab making sure that he was preparing. He didn't get any starter reps this past week, but he did everything that he needed to do. So when his number was called, he was able to go out there and execute. And it wasn't like it happened in the first quarter either. It was the third quarter. So you talk about 2 quarters and a halftime adjustment, and you still got to be locked into that level. Like I said, for me, man, the professionalism really stood out with him and Gunnar Olszewski, because we don't talk about him, but he also got a helmet yesterday. He was getting tackles on special teams also, man. So even though he didn't get the impact of being a returner, he was also one of those guys that still was professional, still understood that, hey, man, I got to help this team out in any way that I can. And he had a couple of big-time tackles on punt coverage as a gunner as well. No pun intended, gunner being a gunner. But like I said, for both of those dudes, man, just understanding how difficult that can be psychologically to get pulled. And now you're going in a lesser role or a different type of role, but still be locked in and still be able to produce. Like I said, I was impressed with that.
All the offense, though, is for naught if that defense isn't playing like it did the whole game.
1,000%.
It was just unbelievable. It was, as I mentioned, everyone stepped up at their own specific times.
Absolutely.
Literally. I mean, it was across the board. The pass deflections by the corners, by the secondary were incredible. They weren't getting like that much separation. Brady was trying to fit it into tight windows, but every time it was like we had a dude right there, even on some of the completions. That one Godwin completion in triple coverage right up the middle. Actually, I think they're showing it right here. Look at that.
Yeah, or even the one where the tight end caught it on Spillane. It's like, dude, Spillane's hand is right there. It literally goes slightly past his hands and slightly shallower than the safety. Like, when they had to complete passes, we made them have to make exceptional plays. And that's the approach that we took. You heard Coach Tomlin talking post-game about it was a little bit more simplified. You take that approach when your secondary is what it was. But that approach has to be, we're going to keep everything in front of us. We're going to keep a lid on it, but we got to tackle everything. And those were the two things that they did, the secondary specifically. They didn't give up the big 60-yarder or the 98-yarder that we saw in Buffalo. And we didn't have a lot of run after catch either. When these receivers caught the ball, we were tackling them. Josh Jackson, man, it was a couple of plays where it's like, yo, all right, Mike Evans caught the ball, but he makes the tackle, gets him on the ground. Chris Godwin makes the tackle, gets him on the ground. And as long as you do that, what you're doing is making the Bucs have to snap that ball 10, 12, 13 times consistently and not make mistakes. You might do it once or twice, and we saw them do it, right? But when you talk about doing that for 4 quarters and when the field gets condensed in the red zone, that's where you can really, make your hay. And we were able to do that while on offense being able to maintain scoring. And that was the other part. We talk about working together like that. It was beautiful. And even from a special teams perspective, we flipped the field position multiple times, right? In terms of Steven Sims with the big returns. But then also when you talk about Presley and his punting, he made sure that we were always giving them the long field. They didn't get a ton of, oh man, they only got to go 30 yards, 40 yards. Like, nah, even the backed up punt still crossed the 50. It was a 55-yard punt, 52 with the net, 3-yard return. That's field flipping. So when you're talking about this team as a collective, like, we can do it. But we just got to do this in terms of this type of consistency in all 3 phases. We just have to keep doing that. This was one of the most complete games that we've played from start to finish. And versus a really good team too, man. So for me, it's like, dude, seeing this, it makes you believe even more. It's like, no, dude, you've put it on tape again. Like, we can expect this from you guys. We can expect Chase Claypool to make those type of plays, those type of catches, because he's done it in stadium, man.
That's without Minka Fitzpatrick.
Absolutely.
Without T.J. Watt.
Talk about it.
Without our top 3 corners as well.
Talk about it.
Also got amazing pressure, too. That's one of the things that we were talking about.
Absolutely,
we were really
man.
lacking, particularly in that Bills game. Malik Reed gets a sack. Alex Highsmith with the strip sack. And there were countless times where Brady had to get rid of the ball with the dude's hand right in his face. And you know that always throws Brady off. That's the one
Hayward
thing.
And Larry Ogunjobi, too, man. Those 2 dudes consistently provided interior pressure as well.
Chris Wormley getting in on the action.
Shout out to Big Worm, man.
Just a great overall performance. I loved it.
And, the funny thing, too, so we've talked about how we use DeMarvin Leal in our big nickel or when we go to, like, that 4-3 overlook.
Yeah.
And we'll have him out there as, like, a DN on tight ends and stuff like that. And we said, man, he's really explosive, and we love his ability to play out there, but sometimes the detail in terms of like the gap discipline isn't always consistent. Well, the flip side is with DeMarvin being out, they went with Wormley there. And the beauty was this. Wormley, though he's not as explosive and as disruptive as DeMarvin, it almost worked out better because he's more gap and fundamentally sound. So when you're looking at these linebackers this week, it was not a lot of guessing. They knew exactly, hey, man, this dude's going to be in this guy. He might not be the penetrator and make a splash play like DeMarvin would make, but when you consistently know he's going to be where he's going to be, it makes it a lot easier. When you talk about the play of all three of those linebackers, Devin, Miles, and Robert, and when you talk about them specifically in the run game too, you look at how they were playing, some of the plays they were making, that is a big part of that as well, man. So like I said, I definitely wanted to shout Wormley out for that, just in the sense of, man, him coming in, and even though he was different than a DeMarvin, he was still just as impactful, just as effective as well.
Yeah, it's funny too when you talk about the run game, because if you would have asked me this morning, I would have felt like the Steelers did kind of what we talked about on Wednesday's podcast, letting the Bucs run. Yeah. But at the same time, I look at the final stats. Fournette had 21 attempts. We held him to like 3 yards of carry. So like we were actually also very fundamentally sound with our run defense as well. Absolutely, throughout the whole game, because they did keep going to him.
Oh no,
I don't know why
they didn't shy away.
I don't know why it didn't feel like we were that focused on stopping the run. Maybe it's because they would be quick to go away from it after they did get a stop. But they were always sprinkling in runs throughout their drives. But we did a pretty good job outside of like one or two that Leonard Fournette got, where he maybe got like 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah.
We're solid.
It was impressive, man. It was impressive, man. Also, I see people bringing up Edmonds. Yes, he is another one in terms of, man, we felt the absence of him last week. We could also feel his presence this week, man. I thought that he really took his game to another level. Him and Arthur Milet, the only two starters, so to speak, from our original defensive back group. But yeah, I thought that both of those guys, Edmonds, man, he flew around. I think he led the team in tackles. Big time hits. Yeah, big time hits, man. Just the intensity that he played with, we definitely needed that. And then Arthur Milet asked to do a little bit more, man, but he stepped up in a major way also, man. Obviously, whether you're talking in the run game, some of the coverage stuff as well. And I liked what I saw from him just because this was on the heels of him addressing the team a week ago in the locker room. And we understood that after that, media kind of was asking, is this something that's going to be a negative or is this going to be a positive as Coach Tomlin lose in the locker room, so to speak? But it was good to see that not only could he address the team, but he can also back it up with his play, with his demeanor. And we're never saying that he's perfect, but like how you broke down when you talked about him, it's like, man, this dude has been around the league and you can tell it matters to him. You can tell the passion that he plays with. And it was good to just see that once again yesterday as well, man. So like I said, man, just across the board, super impressive, man.
Okay. Kamonier, am I on the right track with these supers?
Yes.
He says, F the Tomlin haters and F the Mitch haters.
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
I've always supported Mitch.
Well, I'm not a guy that is a F any other people. I know people like to close bandwagons and F whoever wasn't supporting early on. I'm not like that. So, yeah, it doesn't matter if you didn't, support Mitch at any point in time. No better time than the present to start supporting him. And not just Mitch, any player that is a part of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that was my biggest grievance early on. It's not that I cared who was at quarterback, and I've said that numerous times as well, whether it's Kenny or Mitch, because I do think both of these guys are good, which we said multiple times as well. But the issue is when you start picking and choosing who you're going to cheer for within this team, because now you create a divide, and that's what it felt like early on in terms of the Mitch supporters versus the Kenny supporters. It's like, why are you making it you can't cheer for him and him? It has to be one or the other. That's not how we operate here. We've never done that from my understanding in Pittsburgh until we had this situation. And I understand this was our first time, recently going through this type of quarterback controversy battle and all that other stuff. But that was one of the things where it's like, man, that's not how we operate. We cheer for whoever is out there, next man up, right? So that's the whole thing, man. So let's make sure we're just cognizant of that, man, going forward, because the players feed off of it. And you did see that yesterday as well, man.
Let's go. UW has a follow-up to that. It says, Deke, you need to give Mitch an apology.
Dang, what would you say to Mitch?
Well, I told you, I was always supporting Mitch, right?
What would you do?
I just supported Kenny more and support Ben more. So
what did you do?
No, I didn't do anything. He's just talking.
Okay.
probably with me being more pro Kenny than Mitch.
I was nervous.
Do I owe him an apology?
What did you say? Did you say to be
No,
specific?
I didn't. No. Outside of
Okay.
everything I've already said on the podcast.
Okay,
No.
I was like, you ain't add on, right?
No, definitely not. No.
Okay.
I've been very, very, very. I've been giving him very, very high praise.
Okay.
Ever since yesterday.
Okay.
Outside of whenever he threw that incompletion to Deontay Johnson, that's why I
Yeah.
said bring back 7. Outside of that, I mean, I've been pro Mitch these last 24 hours.
For sure.
Do I
for
owe him
sure.
an apology though?
Yeah, as long as you are
No.
outlandish, I don't think you did
I don't
anything
know
crazy.
if I do. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying, so maybe. I'm sorry, Mitch. Maybe. But like, I don't feel like I was that tough on Mitch though. I think
all right.
I brought
Time out.
some
We'll get to the
levels
bottom
to my
of this.
analysis.
You ready to make bygones?
I was just more pro Kenny,
Time
and
out,
I said
time
that
out.
from the beginning.
Time out. We can make bygones be bygones. You ready for this?
Okay.
If I know you the way that I think I know you, I think you and Mitch have common interest in certain body parts.
Yes.
Okay? So as long as y'all can get behind that, I think it'll be all right. Because that's something you can get behind.
Listen, I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're on good
It was
terms.
like-
I met him at that softball
I want
game.
to say, I agree with
We
him.
shook hands.
He likes it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with him. But as long as y'all can agree on that, man, we good, baby. That's like the base level of, all right, if we on that together, man, we all right. So we good, man. Ain't no harm, no foul. Let's go.
Dude, he was cold-blooded yesterday.
He was, though.
Had that dog in him.
He was.
I have never.
He was.
I didn't watch
Dude.
a ton of Bears games, but
Dude.
I don't think I've ever seen Mitch like that.
The 4
It really
minute
impressed
offense-
me.
The
Really
4 minute
impressed
offense,
me.
bro. When he pulled that joint and ran,
Yeah, through the
Say
stiff arm,
what?
through the little juke.
yo, and then got
I
up and
thought
was
that-
like, yo.
I thought they called him short. That should have been a first down.
Son.
But then he got the QB sneak the next
Yeah.
play.
And then the 2 plays where he hits Claypool, the one where he hits him in the middle of the field, it was like third and 11? I think it was. And he turns back and hits
There were
the
what?
back
There were
shoulder.
like 4 that were
Oh, it was insane.
third and
11,
10
third and
plus.
16,
Right.
third and
4 or
14,
5 of
third and yeah, it was nuts. But the one where he hits him in the middle of the field on the scramble, and then where he comes back, the last throw where he hits him on the back shoulder, I'm just like, yo, Mitch, what is this? Like, I like what you've done, but you ain't done that like that now. That was different. That was big time. I like
Exactly.
that, man. Yeah.
If you were doing it like that those first 3.5 games,
Yeah.
you'd still be in.
Yeah, but I'll also say context does matter. And a part of that, when you talk about just for him, his growth, his maturation, sometimes it does take getting pulled to understand, hey, man, F it, I can't be
We
this
saw it
conservative
from Mason
anymore.
in 2019
Yeah.
whenever he came in that Jets game.
And I speak of it just because from a dude who's been pulled before in a game. You know, it's like, it's embarrassing. It hurts your ego. You get jealous. You're pissed off. You want to curse everybody else and do the most outlandish stuff. But it's like, all right, sometimes you need that, whether it's to humble you, whether it's to wake you up, whether it's to just do whatever it needs to do. But when you get back out there, it is good to see when guys respond in the way that they did. And more importantly, how Mitch did, man. So, yeah.
I don't know if this is a Tomlin or a Mitch thing, or
Mm-hmm.
if this was a Canada thing, but I'm really happy that they hurried that up on the Claypool back shoulder because
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still not sure if he caught
Yeah.
that.
It
It was kind of
looks
bobbling
iffy.
a
It
little
looks
as
iffy.
he was turning out of bounds,
He
but
sold
we
it,
got
though.
that off
He
so quick.
sold it too, though, because of how he gets so far. I'm like, all right, everything looks good. Just roll with it. Yeah, but I'm with you. It definitely was a little iffy.
Come on here. Deke, your post-game vid had me dying.
Let's go.
Mitch over Brady. I told you I've been giving Mitch very high praise.
You went him like that in the post game?
Yeah, I called Brady a bitch a couple times.
Oh, Lord.
Jeez. Not only in my tweets,
my
but
God.
whenever I was smoking that Bucs pack. I said Mitch and Kenny over Brady. Today proved it. Brady's a bitch.
Oh,
and I was
Lord.
just smoking on the Bucs pack. I was saying, we got our momentum. Here we fucking go. And
All right.
I tossed the Bucs pack into the street. I don't know where the Bucs pack is right now.
Okay.
Someone grabbed it and brought it back.
Return
But then it
to-
got lost in the shuffle with Tequila Cowboy somewhere. So someone has it. I don't have the Bucs pack anymore.
Respect. Oh, man, that is funny, bro. That
But
is
yeah,
funny.
that was the Bucs pack yesterday.
I like
Okay,
it.
Cal Monier. Miles Jack is a freaking warrior.
Oh, facts, bro.
Need him long term.
Facts. Tackling machine, man. This dude is the playmaker. This dude understands football. And I love the fact that
Top 10 linebacker.
I'm sure at the end of the year I'll look into it. I ain't looked all around the league like that just yet to make that type of statement. But no, he's definitely doing his thing though, man. Whether you're talking coverage, whether you're talking just like I said, run game, I love his intensity. I love how he plays the game, man. He's super fundamental, but yet he's an elite athlete as well. And when you get that nice combination like that,
He should have had a pick yesterday,
he
too,
should have.
right?
He definitely
Damn.
should have. And he had a night. I know he tipped the one that was in the end zone to the tight end. That was what, second quarter, I think it was. But yeah, for him, man, this dude, he gets to the ball, and I just enjoy, like I said, with him, you can see how it has made Devin and Robert Spillane play better. When you're playing next to a guy that is as productive as Miles, man, when you see him flying downhill, getting to the ball, playing next to a guy like that, it makes you want to ball out, man. It makes you feel like you playing slow. You like, bro, if he reading it like that, I got to watch more tape. I got to shoot my gun faster. And I speak like that because, once again, personal experience.
You think D. Bush is watching the tape now?
I ain't see you try to play him. I ain't going.
I don't care. He's playing good.
He's playing.
So whatever he's doing in his off time, I don't care. He's playing good.
I'm sure some of the tape, but I do feel like having a Miles Jack next to you helps out. I think of when I was in Buffalo, we had Kiko Alonso when he was competing for Rookie of the Year and stuff like that. And you're playing next to a guy where he's just flying. You're like, bro, what are you keying? How are you getting down there that much faster than everybody else? So when you look at Miles and you watch how fast he reads and processes plays.
Like, if you could do it, I could do it.
Exactly.
Well, especially Devin Bush.
Bro, we watching the same tape. That's the thing. It's like, yo, I'm looking at this. What the heck did you read to give you that key? Because if you can tell me that, maybe that helps me out. Now, if we're both playing fast, now what can we really be doing? And when you look at the way that these three guys have been playing together and how all three's productivity has been risen. You talk about Spillane. One of the big knocks on Spillane is coverage. What has he been doing
great.
exceptional this year? Coverage. Like, that's not a surprise to me, man. When you talk about Devin Bush, seeing how he's been able to play, getting back to being a little more solid on the sideline, intensity, flying around, making hits, the coverage play that he made in the 2-point conversion, bro, not just athletically was it dope, but above the neck it was dope. Understanding, hey, they're trying to run a nice little rub concept here. They're in the end zone because obviously we know we're going to be they're anticipating some type of man-to-man coverage. So lock and level in the sense of make sure you're not on the same level. You can get picked off with crossers. For him, understanding that and then actually shooting and going for a play. Not saying I'm just going to be content and tackle the catch. Nah, let me go for this PBU and do it the correct way. Offhand, securing the tackle as well, man, just in case, man. But like I said, as a whole, man, I think all three of them dudes, man, have been playing well. And the tape doesn't lie to me. That's my other part, So I love the tape, man. Tape always tell me the truth.
Najee Loudpack. What's up, fellas? Deke, glad you left the 69 jersey at home. He played like hot cabbage. Oh, by the way, I'll be on the Steelers sideline Sunday night against the Dolphins.
Hey.
Taking my brother as a surprise for his 21st.
Yo,
that sounds
dope.
great.
That's dope.
Dude, I'm telling you,
man.
Dotson didn't play that bad.
How
he had 3 or 4 plays that everyone's going to key on. But
think about this.
There were so many times I just watched the offensive line as a whole, and Dotson was obviously a part of that offensive line. That's the position he plays, left guard.
Think of it like this.
He was blocking good.
Deke, think of it like this. The people that are going to say Dotson played bad are the same ones that are going to say Spillane played bad are the same ones that historically have said Edmonds is a terrible player. They pick 1 or 2 plays where a pass might have got completed.
Penalties.
Or in this situation, a penalty might have happened. I'm like, these dudes playing 30, 40, 50 snaps in some cases. If you hollering about 3 plays, man, I'm not trying to hear that right now, honestly. So when I think of Dotson, did he give up a penalty or 2? Sure. Did he have a couple bad plays? Sure. But Dotson is definitely not our issue right now, man, in terms of just the overall state of the offensive line. Man, I think that he is still one of those players that is one of our better players. We can make the case of who is the best offensive lineman, but Dotson definitely, in a good space. And like I said, even with Spillane, it's like, man, if your takeaway from yesterday was he was bad, I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, everyone played so good. I guess that's the guy you got to point to.
I'm like, if that's the case,
seriously, we just ran through
like what
all the player names that we went over. Everyone stepped up. Yeah. So I guess if you want to point out something negative,
right? And I'm like,
Dotson had a couple penalties.
And I'm like, if you're hollering about Spillane giving up a catch on a Tampa 2 where he's the middle runner and Brady has to put this ball where the odds of him catching it are what? 20%, 10% because of where that ball is put. If that's what we gonna do, that's fine, But I don't agree with that.
Young Poppy Bonito, am I right?
Yes.
Literally Monday, boys. Bummed out. I couldn't see you guys at the game.
Oh no.
All right, I might have to sneeze here. No, I don't. It's one of those things. It's tough. Whenever you say you got to sneeze, then you don't sneeze. But regardless. We're here. He didn't say that. I said that. So people in the that are listening just the audio. No, I'm the one that was about to sneeze midway through Young Puppy Bonito's comment here. He says, but regardless, we're smoking on that Bucs pack. They wrote us off, but we ain't right back though.
Ooh, I hear you. Shout out to Gino. Let's go.
My God, my picks are terrible.
Oh yeah, you did get mopped this week, bro. That was bad.
I think I got 1 win. I think
you
it was
did.
The Rams.
Yeah, it was the Rams. Panthers, man. Yep.
Packers suck. Aaron Rodgers, not good.
Hey, man, it's less about them. It's more about the Cougar lover, man. You know how he gets it in. It's not his first rodeo.
Cliff the Dark Knight. Going to my first game in December, Steelers versus Ravens. Hope to meet you both. What's the best tattoo shop in the Berg? trying to get a Steelers tat.
Mm.
You might have good recommendations considering I don't have a tattoo, so I couldn't really give you anything there.
Yeah, the two spots I've been to, the Pittsburgh Tattoo Studio, that's my main spot I go to with a lady named Amy. And then the other spot I use in Pittsburgh is a spot called Nice Ink Tattoo. Dang, who's my dude over there? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Jeez, but yeah, it's another spot over at Nice Ink Tattoo. They got Joe. It's a couple dudes over there that's nice with it as well, man. So those would be the two that I would recommend just because they did my work. But yeah, man, I'm sure there's other ones out there. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I mean? I'm not the tattoo expert here in terms of, that location. I just know where I like to go. That's all.
Young Poppy Benito then says, I meant Victory Monday, LOL.
Oh. Well, it is a Victory Monday. Oh, in terms of not a bummed out Monday, it's a Victory Monday.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I don't know how you typo that.
I'm not sure
you
either.
Go from victory to bummed.
It's like, I don't know how you did that, but it's like a butt retweet.
Right.
Just put it in that class.
Maybe he's bummed out it's Monday, but it's at least it's a Victory Monday.
Victory Monday, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even ask. How did Pitt do this week?
Bye.
Oh, you're right. You were good then, man.
Damn, you're really bringing up college football?
Yeah, we lost.
I know.
It was dope, though, bro. I enjoyed the game. You have to remember, I told you for me, man.
You weren't one of those fans that you mentioned.
Right, yeah.
Where everyone else was like going off the rails talking about natties, right?
No, I was over here like, bro,
you were
I
just
want to
game
see
by
where we're at.
game.
No, this was dope, but it was good context, too, because we realized, okay, we lost by a touchdown. It was both of the top-rated offenses in the Sun Belt, and it played out like that. But we learned a lot about ourselves, though, so that was definitely good. We had a couple turnovers, too, and a blocked punt for a touchdown. So we can't have 3 self-inflicted issues and still win. We lost by a touchdown. So it was like, all right, that's good context, though. We learned that part. We needed to learn that, man. So it was good. Yes, indeed.
It's tough for college football, though. Everyone matters so much.
Oh, I get that. But you also have to remember, too, what are we competing for this year? Remember, we can't win the conference. We can't get a bowl game. So we're just, like I said, man, we taking this thing one at a time, baby. Yeah, but it was dope. I just wanted to ask to make sure Pitt was straight, though.
Bye. Yep.
Yeah.
No losses.
I like that, man. Yeah, because I was going to be good, but I won twice yesterday, too, man. So I was good. We were good.
Oh, my God, dude. I'm not even gonna front. You don't know how many times I probably said it to Tequila Cowboy when that Bills Chiefs game was. I was like, I can't stand the Bills. I can't stand the Bills.
Why? Why you don't like the Bills all of a sudden, man?
I had to buy someone a shot.
Why you don't like the
Bills?
Bills?
Because Mahomes couldn't pull through on that final drive.
Why did you bet against the Bills? Why'd you do that?
I can't stand the Bills, dude.
Why? What have they done to you though? Like, what of all the teams? What have the Buffalo Bills, little old Buffalo? What have they done to you? They've done nothing to you, man. They've done nothing. But I was happy because not only did they win, because we say good teams win, but great teams cover. They did end up covering as well.
Oh, wow.
They did. Absolutely. So, shout out to them.
Right.
Let's go.
You're right.
Good teams win, great teams cover, baby. So, yeah.
What the hell was Mahomes doing in that pass? That was like Mahomes from that Bengals AFC Championship
game. It was.
What the hell was he doing?
I enjoyed it, though, bro. It was perfect. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
Autumn McCaddy. Moats and Deke. It's great to be a Steelers fan. I'm proud of the way the Steelers fought and battled. It was a team effort. We finally fought as a team. Mm-hmm. That's all you can ask for. Much love.
No, facts. Facts on that, man.
I don't know if this is being talked about enough.
What's up?
We had our 3 starting corners out.
No, dead serious, bro.
Against Brady, Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans, and Russell Gage.
Josh Jackson, Quincy Wilson, Arthur Marlette, James Pierre.
Everyone going into this game
Terrell Edmonds
was acting like the Bucs were going to put 30-plus up on us.
Trey Norwood.
We're 10-point underdogs.
Yeah.
Like, they deserve a ton of credit. And also, Tomlin deserves a ton of credit.
Absolutely.
Has to.
Absolutely. The same energy in terms of, man, fire. How many times will people
I'm seeing too many people right now try to write this off as like, that Bucs team sucks. Brady's washed.
Get out of here.
Dude, everyone heading into this game thought it was going to be a blowout.
Exactly. I don't want to hear
I don't want to hear this switched up energy now. I really don't.
Think about how many questions or how many comments last week were fire Tomlin. Fire Tomlin, fire Canada, bro. It's like, or even fire Claypool, trying to fire Deontay as well. I mean, it was down the list.
Hey, I didn't have to take a shot for any Deontay's drop.
Shout out to that. Shout
out. Everything. The first one, too.
Yeah.
Pickett, that slant across the middle, that thing was coming in hot.
Absolutely.
It was a hell of a catch.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, dude, that was across the board. When you talk about a true team win, man, there is nobody or no part of this thing where you can't acknowledge them. Or we talk about this offense under Kenny Pickett, under Mitch. Canada still gets some of that love. When you're talking about this defense, Terrell Austin gets some of that love. You know, when you're talking about these LBs, Flores gets some of that love. When you're talking about especially Danny Smith, man, come on, dude. Steven Sims, all right? Come on, man. We're going through. We picking and choosing. All right, man. We're going to get this guy, get him out there. Get that guy, get him out there. All right. Shuffle this, shuffle that. Like, all of those dudes, man, that were part of this thing, man, it was pivotal. Everybody played their part, man.
Whatever happened this week from the Bills game to yesterday's game worked. I don't know what adjustments Tomlin made behind the scenes, but yeah, it was just a great win all around. I can't really say it enough. But also with the whole, I don't think it's defensive performance and us missing our top 3 corners is getting talked about enough too. Like, people want to write off Brady. He looks what? No, Brady didn't look bad to me yesterday. We just got to him.
Absolutely.
We just played good.
Brady missed a couple of those, and it wasn't even big. Like,
no,
oh my God,
he put the ball in spots.
Where
Yeah, exactly. Where it was either the receivers catching it or it's an incomplete pass.
Yes,
he looked fine. We either got pressure to him or we had good coverage.
Yeah, the pressure was there. And the coverage was there. And the approach that we took was we're going to play zone and make you have to execute, make you have to snap that ball. A lot of Tampa 2, a lot of cover 3, we're going to have eyes on your players. We're going to have the top of this defense locked in so you're not going to beat us up top and you're going to have to out-execute us. And we ran that game plan to perfection at times, man. And like I said, it was really impressive. And even with this pass rush, man, whether Malik Reed, a guy who's come under criticism since he's come here, right? In terms of when is he going to have that game where we can feel his presence. He showed up yesterday. Now, I know they didn't give him the sack in the stat sheet.
Oh, really?
Malik, challenge it. Malik, don't you let that live.
Wasn't it him and Cam?
It's Hayward? Him and Cam. That's a halfie.
Did they just
100%.
give it to Cam?
They did in the stadium. Malik, you check. Call Elias Sports, okay? Go to the back office. Elias, all right? That's all Elias, that's what I'm here for. They'll get you, all right? But, yeah, you definitely get half of that thing, man. Larry Ogunjobi, he's another guy. We've seen him at times start to heat up, but we said, man, you know, it was a process for him getting back to being closer to 100% healthy and being back in playing shape as well. I thought yesterday was one of his best performances since being here in terms of just being a disruptor in the pass game and in the running game. And then Alex Highsmith, man, the strip sack on Brady.
Yep.
Nothing like that first Brady sack, baby. It hits a little different, baby. So salute the big fella right there, man. He ran into his pops yesterday too, man. He always says what's up. He said what up to you as well.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know, he be turned up. He had his little Jordans on too this time, man. I was like, all right, I see. And then stepping that thing up, man. I was like, you big time in this thing. I like it.
I had the 5s on yesterday.
Ooh, that's what you went with?
I did, yeah.
That's your look too, bro. The
5s picket
or the
jersey.
1s, yeah.
5s picket jersey. And here's what's the problem about that picket jersey.
What's that?
I got it in white, which is a clean look, but
yeah. Oh, it's gonna get dirty.
Yep. Someone ran into me, spilled whiskey, whiskey Coke all over the front of it.
As much as I love the white
I don't know
jersey,
what I'm gonna do about that.
Yeah, as much as I love the white jersey, I'm like, I can't wear this anywhere because it's gonna get filthy, bro. Yeah.
That was a bummer. Official momentum. What's good, guys? Hell of a win. Moats and Deke.
No, facts. And salute you too, man. Absolutely.
Next one we got.
Oh, speaking of official momentum, who was it? Nanzito. Nanzito gonna be at Rivers tonight, man.
Oh yeah,
that's what he said. He's gonna be at Rivers tonight. I know you always be talking about Rivers as well, man. So he's gonna be there. He's only in time for the night though. All right. So if you in, you know, the Pittsburgh area and you're at Rivers, holler at the homie Nanzito as well, man. Show him a little love.
Come on here. Kenny is still the move for QB1. But it's funny how Steelers fans were hating on Mitch before he even went in. Dude pulled a Charlie Batch. #baller.
Nah, that was cool, man.
Is there a QB controversy?
No, we'll talk about it like this, man. I was trying to think, did I want to start this convo on the front end or wait until after we take care of something? Because I want to do something at 5, pay a bill, and then do a little quick giveaway as well. You know, since we did have a big win yesterday, man, I do want us to celebrate. I'm in a celebratory mood. You feel me? Like, it's the Brady pack, bro. It's still in my system. I'm still feeling real good. Happy, you know? So do we want to start this convo right now? Or do we just go ahead and do the giveaway right now and then pull up on this convo?
It's up to you.
Decisions. You know what? Let's pay a bill. Then we'll go ahead and do the giveaway.
Okay.
Because they kind of go hand in hand.
And then we'll talk about a potential quarterback controversy.
Quarterback controversy. See, that's how we're going to pause them up like that, man. That's good. Like radio and TV. You get them on the hook, get them on the good. Now you got to wait for it, all right? There we go. That's what they say right here. Yeah.
I wouldn't know, though.
Yeah. I guess I didn't pay attention either. Yeah. So, with that being said, today's show is brought to you by Manscaped. The lead is in below the waistline grooming. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And when you talk about it being a little fall ball action, you want to make sure that your balls during the fall time of year are not too scary, because we know it's spooky season as well. And the best way to do that is by using the Lawnmower 4.0 and all of the awesome products that Manscaped has out right now, whether you're talking the Ball Reviver, the Crop Refresher. Of course, you got the 2-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all that other good stuff. But more importantly, it comes with a promo code. That promo code is Moats. If you use that, you get 20% off along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So make sure you check them out. Use that promo code. And trust me when I tell you, your dangly twins and all of the friends will enjoy them. So shout out to Manscaped. Now that we are back, it is time to do a little spicy, funny, change it up a little bit today. So since the good guys did win yesterday, I said I want to do a giveaway. All right.
Do we need to preface this with something?
In what regard?
Because you're asking this, right? And then
no. I'm
people
gonna get to that.
people are calling in.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm just gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
It was a build up, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep building it up. So they don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, let me build it up. You know what I mean? It's like foreplay. Can I get some foreplay real quick? I'm just doing a little foreplay. All right. So yeah. So with said foreplay, we are doing a giveaway. We're gonna do 2 giveaways today. One at this time, 5 o'clock, and then we'll do another one probably in the last hour, like 6 o'clock. All right. But the way that we're gonna do this, or what we are giving away for the first giveaway, that Lawnmower 4.0 that I was just
How much
talking
is that?
about.
Like $80 or $90?
Bro, it's pretty expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty expensive. That's why we always talk about that promo code 20%, because we know we want to make it more affordable to everybody. But it is super dope, man. It has a light that turns on and off, all that cool stuff, and signed copy of my book, Moats Theory of Life.
This is like the Price is Right. What's that value right there?
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The
man?
Manscaped lawnmower. I'm about to check the price right now.
Man. See what we looking like on that thing,
but also
man.
the book signed.
Priceless.
Priceless, right? So I don't even know if you could put a value on this little combination you can win. But I'll tell you the Manscaped lawnmower.
Give us the Price is Right. What's the music for the Price is Right?
What's your guess? What's your guess on the lawnmower?
I don't know.
I'm saying like $80.
You go 80. I say 50.
The Lawnmower 4.0. $84.99.
Whoa. Okay, big fellas.
Plus the book, what without it signed is like 15?
Yeah, 15 or.
But now it's signed
20?
too,
Yeah.
so that's $100+
Absolutely,
value
man.
right there for this giveaway.
Absolutely. So, signed copy of my book, The Most Theory of Life, and the Lawnmower 4.0. So, now time for the fun part. The way we are going to do this giveaway, we're opening up phone lines, okay? And we're going to have a question for you once these phone lines are open. All right. I would give it to you right now, but we haven't got everything set up, and I don't want you Googling to try to get something slick out.
Well, I was going to say this. In the chat, don't say anything.
Correct. Because it's on the phone.
Do not say anything in the chat.
Don't say anything.
Anyone in the comments, don't say anything, or we might block you.
Ooh, I like your energy right there. All right.
I'm not going to go that far.
So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to give the number out.
It'll be very frowned upon if you put what you think the answer is in the comments.
And I'm giving you the phone number right now, so everybody is included in this thing.
Someone's giving the answer in the comments.
Hey, it's cool, but remember, it's a delay though.
Maybe you don't trust them. Maybe they give fake ones, fake answers.
Absolutely. And you also got to be able to call in. So that's the other part. You got to not just wait for that, but you also got to get your call in time. And it is a 15-second delay on the stream. So if you try to cheat, you're going to get got potentially. But the phone number is 412-346-6955. All right. 412-346-6955.
All right, hit the lines. Turn them on.
Yes, turn them on. Turn them on. All right, because once they are on, I will give out what the question is. The question is, will I ever leave you? And the answer is no, 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 no. Oh, that's for the OGs right there, baby. All right. So, the first question for the first giveaway. The signed Moats Theory of Life and Lawnmower 4.0. Yesterday, Deke, that was our first time scoring a touchdown on the opening drive since last season. And the question simply is If it was a running touchdown for us the last time this happened, who was that player that scored? And if it was a passing touchdown, who were the two individuals involved on said first score? All right, so that is the question. Who was the person to score the first or the last opening drive touchdown for the Steelers since yesterday?
Before
all right,
yesterday. Yep.
absolutely. So that is the question. So let's get this thing rolling, baby. All right. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with, baby?
What's up, Mo? This is Daryl.
What's up, Daryl? How we living on your end, baby?
I'm good, bro. Just watching the show, man. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, major love. All right. So talk to me, man. Who was the guy or guys to score an opening drive touchdown the last time the Steelers did so last year?
Say that question one more time for me.
Yep. So yesterday was our first time having an opening drive touchdown since last year. Who was the player or players responsible for said touchdown on the opening drive last time we did it last season?
It was Claypool or James Washington.
You were close, but unfortunately, that was not the correct answer. But we greatly appreciate you. All righty. Phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are open. Let's see who's going to have the answer. I see y'all in the chat. Y'all trying to cheat. It's all right. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, this is the Bro Baron. How you guys doing?
Oh, man, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to me, the Bro Barian. Talk to me. We said, who was the guy or guys responsible for that last opening drive touchdown that the Steelers have experienced, dating back to last year? Who was it? Or who were they?
Holy. All right. The first opening drive touchdown that we had, I guess, or the last one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the last one. Mm-hmm, the last time we did that. Because it was a
while.
while.
My gosh.
It was a long time, man.
All right, I'm thinking Big Ben.
Okay.
Throws to who's the most capable guy of doing that to be surprising?
Deontay was cooking people last year. Deontay was cooking people last year. He was a Pro Bowler too.
He was cooking people for sure. That means he was probably keyed on a lot.
But Juju was his favorite,
Juju
though.
Back there. Juju was a favorite. Imagine, was that legit? But he would think that. Oh my gosh, who was number 3 at that time? So we had Deontay, Juju.
Put him on the clock, Deke.
Mr. Washington. I'm going for. All right, I got it.
Who you got?
I'm going to go to the. Oh, I'm going to be way off on this, man. I'm going to the tight end. I'm going to be. I'm going for. I hate y'all.
Ball snap! Come on, man.
I'm gonna say Big Ben to Friarmouth, man. That's the easiest one.
Wrong, but great job calling in, man. We definitely appreciate you. All love, baby. All love.
Dang it.
All right. Phone lines are still open, man. The Bro Barian did not get the answer right.
I thought this was gonna be over after the first
I did too, bro.
Wow,
the phone lines are open. Let's see.
This is fun.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with?
Yo, this is Hunter Gaming.
Man, what's the word, Hunter Gaming? How we living on your end?
I'm in Louisiana.
Let's go. All right, so you heard the question. Who were the guys to score the last opening drive touchdown that we've had dating back to, I guess, last season, man?
Well, this was the game I went to. It was my first ever Pittsburgh Steelers game. It was the Lions game.
Okay.
Mason Rudolph to James Washington.
Let's go.
We got to win.
That is the correct answer, Hunter Gaming. So this is what I need you to do, all right? You got me real quick?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
All right, so send me an email, Moats Winners. So my last name, Moats, and the word winners @gmail.com. And after that, man, I'll connect with you and we'll do everything we need to get the giveaway to you, man. But big time salute to you, Hunter Gaming, for getting the answer correct, baby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
No doubt. Respect. All right, baby. Peace,
bro.
No, that was love right there, man. All right.
Yeah, people are still putting it in the chat.
They We're definitely.
But you're
putting it in
right.
the chat.
There's mixed answers that are popping up in the chat.
So it's like, if you want to believe the people in the chat, go for it.
It's
But
almost
if not,
like On Price is Right.
Yeah.
Because people be yelling out in the crowds, a bunch of different numbers. You got to go with your own gut.
yeah, because ain't nothing worse than you get it wrong because you listen to somebody else. You know?
True.
Yeah, so shout out right there, though, man. Like I said, that was the first giveaway. We will do another one later. But, dude, that was fun right there, man.
It's a great idea.
I thought the Bro Bear was going to have it, though.
Yeah.
He had the energy. He was
Ben,
like, I got this.
Whenever you asked me the question, though, I didn't know right off the top of my head.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and the thing was, when I came up with, I was like, I want to have something that was relevant, but not insanely like impossible, but something that is still like challenging enough. You know?
I know that was the first opening drive touchdown we had in a while when it did happen.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we had one since then, though.
Yeah, we hadn't had one since then.
Wow.
That was the crazy part. Yeah.
Okay. Time for the big topic.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, and make sure y'all like the stream while y'all are at it. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so as well.
We also got Troy Mason Jr., though, asking in the chat, how do I join the Upper Room?
Oh man! So in the description box for the stream that you joined, it has a link in there that says "Join the Upper Room." You can do it that way, or if you're on your desktop, or if you switch your mobile device to like the desktop version, go to the homepage of the Arthur Moats YouTube channel, and up in the top right corner, there'll be a button that says "Join." You just click on that, and it'll take everything there as well.
Okay. Is there a quarterback controversy?
So, as it pertains to this quarterback controversy or the question, to me, man, it's multifaceted. Short answer, no quarterback controversy, because when Coach Tomlin made the decision a couple of weeks ago to make that switch, you sent a message to your team, and the message was, this is our new leader. This is the guy that we're following. We're going to build this offense up around him. We're going to make sure that everybody looks at him and respects him as the leader. And that was the clear, concise messaging. No different than when it was Mitch early on. That was the clear, concise messaging. And as I told you, when we switched from Mitch to Kenny, regardless of when it happened, if it was going to happen in week 3 like it did, or if it was going to happen in week 10 or anytime around the bye, whenever you made that switch, you can't flip-flop. If you start going back and forth, the message that you're sending to the team is, I don't trust either one of these guys long-term. I'm looking for short-term solutions, short-term answers. And it would essentially feel like that if it's well, he's playing hot right now for these next 2 to 3 games. Let's roll with him. Oh, now we're going to go back because he had a bad game. It's hard for either one of these quarterbacks to have continuity. It's hard for Matt Canada to have continuity. These receivers, this offensive line. And then on top of that, it's hard for those quarterbacks to get into a rhythm and feel confident. We talk about Kenny and why he plays the way that he does. The confidence, right? He's not looking over his shoulder. We talk about Mitch, night and day early in the season versus yesterday where he didn't have to worry about anything because he had confidence. But you will destroy both of their confidence if you start doing this game of back and forth. And I'm speaking from personal experience, because when you start feeling as if I can't make a mistake, that's when you start playing tight and you start to get more conservative. And when you do that, it looks like how Mitch looked early on. So short answer is that. But in terms of some of the in-depth that could muddy it up a little bit is this week in particular. What is Kenny's availability in practice? We know he's in the concussion protocol. If it's a scenario to me where he can't practice at all this week, I don't want to put him out there on Sunday, because to me, he still does some stuff that rookies do. Now, he's improving and he keeps progressing, but it's because he's playing in the game and practicing. The same way we look at, Brady, for example, and he missed Wednesday and he's not going to show up on Friday. No wonder he looked like that. It's like, and that's Brady we're talking about. If we don't want Brady, who's arguably the GOAT, to be missing practices, why would we want a rookie quarterback to be missing practices? So that's kind of my energy with that. Now, if he's able to practice, nah, man, it's his guy. It's his team right now. He's the quarterback. Coach Tomlin made that very clear. So you roll with him. But if he is not able to practice, if he's not going to be, fully available in that capacity, to me, I sit him and I roll with Mitch this week. But long term, whenever Kenny is ready, that's what I got to go with, because you've already set that tone, so to speak, when you made the move the way that you did. At least that's my opinion on it.
If Mitch plays well, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns or something against Miami, does that potentially change Tomlin's opinion or even your opinion?
I mean, sure. Would it make it more of a conversation? Yeah. But I still feel like, to me, I'm still going to go back to Kenny because Kenny didn't lose this opportunity because of bad play. He lost his opportunity because of an injury.
I thought it was ribs. Concussion was the last thing on my mind.
Well, because he hit his head.
Yeah, when they showed the replay though multiple times in slow motion, you could see how he banged it up a little bit on the ground.
So like to me, that's just kind of how I look at it. I'm not one of the dudes where it's like, man, this dude got hurt. He comes in, plays well. We're just shifting it over. If it was both of these guys are rookies or both of these guys were veterans, I think it's a different context. But this is the context for us. Mitch is a 2-year rental, so to speak, or realistically a 1-year rental, just based on how the contract is structured. And Kenny is the first-round draft pick this season, so you're expecting at least 4 to 5 years of him. So when you're talking about that context, we've already made the transition that Kenny's going to be the guy. So it's like, yes, Mitch can come out there and ball out, and it would be great, and it would make it interesting for a conversational element of it. And for the show, I would love it. Trust me, for the show, I would love it. But in terms of going forward, it would still be a scenario where now Kenny's going to get the opportunity, but I would need Kenny to play to a certain level. Because if not, well, now in the back of my mind, what are we all going to be thinking about? Man, has Mitch finally turned that corner? Is this the Mitch that we signed, 30 minutes into free agency? Is this the reason, everybody was excited about him? Because if he's doing that, that's a different conversation. But that has not, the Mitch that showed up yesterday, that has not been the guy that showed up in the regular season here. That was the one that I saw in OTAs, though. Remember we would come home and it's like, yo, man, this dude is clearly the guy. He's the number one. Like, that's what it was looking like. But it stopped looking like that once training camp, preseason, and regular season hit. So, to me, even if he did go out there and do it next week and throw for 400 yards, right, if Kenny isn't able to go, to me, I'm still over here like, is this just small sample size or is this officially who you are? Because I can't forget early on in the season what that looked like. So is this, as long as Kenny is hurt, you're going to play like this, but once Kenny gets healthy and stand on the sideline, you're going to revert back to, I don't want to mess up? And that's kind of like my dilemma with it, man. But like I said, in a vacuum, that's kind of how I feel right now. If Kenny is healthy, Kenny goes. If Kenny can practice, Kenny goes. If Kenny can't practice, I'm going with Mitch because I do not want a rookie at quarterback playing out there, and especially against the Miami Dolphins defense, which is really good, without having a week of practice. Like, that doesn't make me comfortable at all.
Right, and he might not even pass the concussion protocol whenever that hits on Friday, Saturday. Yeah. I think you said that really well. Quarterback controversy right now is pretty much the last thing on my mind. I'm just so pumped about this win, so impressed with what Mitch did. Obviously impressed with what Kenny did, too. I thought he was playing good. The weird thing about him, because you're going to look at the final stat lines and stuff,
I get it.
Kenny only had 4 series.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And the first drive was really nice. I thought Canada had some nice play calling, and then Kenny had the other one that led to the field goal, and then he got hurt. I think it was the first series in the second half.
No, it was the second series because we had the kickoff return. With they got the field goal, and then after that was that first play. So he had 4 plays in the second half, and depending on, because I didn't even count, I know he had the 2 like back-to-back like pseudo 2-minute things, but one was a 3 and out. The other, I forgot what happened on the other drive, like sandwiching in between, but
there was a sack he took on a 3rd and 7.
That's what it was. Winfield,
yeah. One of the dudes came rolling in free. It looked like there was miscommunication on the O-line.
Because they did that like 3-man stacked up look together blitz. I ain't never seen. I was like, yo, what y'all got going on down there, man?
Yeah. So I don't think, Kenny's stat line should be really looked at as a negative. I'm just more impressed with what Mitch did yesterday. Like I was really, really impressed with that.
And as we, I mean to cut you off.
But then in terms of this quarterback controversy, I'm not even worrying about that until both are available. I think it goes really to the crux of what you said, because if Pickett doesn't pass the concussion protocol, it doesn't matter. Mitch is just playing this week. But if Kenny's good to go this week, I'm with you. Stick with the guy that you picked for the rest of the season. Basically, with Tomlin putting him in the Jets game. That's what he was saying. We're rolling with Kenny as the leader.
And you think about, like, when it happened, remember, when we came up here and talked, it was like, yo, regardless of if we agree with it or not, when you make that move, you stick with that, right, wrong, and different. And I just think that, was it premature? You can make a case for it. Was it a little bit knee-jerk or in the heat of the moment? Sure. But that's just a part of what you have to deal with. So that's why I don't really get too enamored with that decision when it happened. And even now, I'm not about to act like it should be a quarterback controversy, because once you made that decision, you made it clear that this is no longer a competition. This is not any type of controversy. We are turning the keys over to the new regime, to the new guy. That's why you drafted him in the first round. We understood, even with Mitch being here, it was always going to be this bridge type of concept unless he came out and lit it up to the point where we're like, hey, we know this is the guy. But Mitch in his career hadn't really shown that anyways. So we already had this concept that eventually was going to be Kenny's job. But when you turn it over to him after 3 games, it's like, yo, you got to stick with it. So, yeah, as long as Kenny is healthy, he could practice. Yeah, he goes, man. Like I said, the only way it becomes a controversy is if Kenny goes out there and starts playing bad, because that opens up a door. But he has to go out there and play bad. We haven't seen him do that.
No,
yeah.
We were up whenever he got hurt.
And there's no point in starting a controversy for the sake of a controversy. It's like, what we getting pissed off about? Like, come on, man. We know what this is, man. One guy's hurt right now. When he comes back, it's his spot.
You know why I said it was only like 3 or 4 series?
Mm-hmm.
It was only really like 3 full series.
Yeah.
Because you're right. The kickoff return where we get it down to the 10.
We got on like the 10, yeah.
Right. And then the one we scored at the beginning, the other one we scored the field goal, and then the other one he took the sack, and then the one coming out of the second half.
That's it.
And then there was the other one though. It was like 30 seconds before
we ran the ball.
I didn't like that clock management right there,
because
man.
the thing was,
it's a tough give and take though, because you want to take your shot, but the Bucs still had those 2 timeouts and Pickett threw it out of bounds. I don't know who's supposed to have that wherewithal. Just just make the call and say no, we're running this, or you let Pickett a dude that's probably trying to make a play and then he throws it out of bounds just probably by habit. That stops the clock, which was unfortunate at the time.
So I looked at it a couple ways, man. I looked at it in the sense of, man, we got 30 seconds plus the ball. Let's be aggressive. And I thought you run the ball the first play just to get the clock rolling, and you try to make a throw, and it does is incomplete. All right, cool. And then when you see them take the timeout, it's like, dang, all right, now they're trying to get the ball back. So now you're kind of stuck in this bind of, do I allow my quarterback to make a play? Do I allow my quarterback to be exposed to potential negativity as well? Rookie quarterback, end of the half, we're playing lights out essentially at that point of the game. To have it where it is, it's like, let's just get into the half. And that's the part where I could understand them taking that approach. So even though I wasn't necessarily head over the hills with it, it was kind of like I could understand it, just because it's like, man, if you've put together this half the way that we put together, why blow it by having a sack, a pick, or anything?
That would have meant
here.
they just ran it 3 times with Najee instead of trying to pass it on the first
because
play.
When they pass it, it was like, that's
like, what do you do there with Pickett?
Yeah.
Do you slide and just take the sack? Because that would have been. You're
that's
just heat of the moment, though.
I'm
it's so hard to do.
Tell him that he needs to be thinking slide right there. It's like, yo, it's just sometimes bad stuff happens, man. And that was no different than the snap that Mitch ended up falling on, right? It's like, yo, you can't account for that type. It just happens at times, man. Luckily, we got the bounce to go our way in both of those scenarios, you know? But that's kind of how I looked at that end of the half scenario, because I didn't think we were going to get the ball back either. Once we had our little drive and then Brady got it, I thought that we weren't going to never see it again, but we got it with that 30 seconds. Like, yeah, you want to do something. But at the same time, once you saw how it was flowing, it's like, yo, just don't allow them to score. Now, they still end up hitting the pass and kicking the field goal. But in terms of playing your cards, like, I don't hate that move, because Tom was still aggressive enough. That early on 4th down, going for it, opening drive, I loved it as well.
Needed it.
Yeah, because we knew, man, field goals weren't going to win you this game. Now, they helped us a lot, but we had to score touchdowns. And that was the part where it's like, man, when you come out the gate.
I don't even know if Tomlin expected the defense to play like that. That's why he did go for it. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, seriously?
Because if we knew the defense was going to play like that, maybe just take the field goal.
But none of us expecting that. None of us. Yeah, so like I said, it was definitely dope, though, to see that, man. Like I said, man, just across the board. Like, that's what we wanted. That's what we needed, man.
Back to the supers.
Mike Hood, man. But yeah, I don't have a controversy. Dare I ask? Dare I ask? Should I put a poll in for you guys? Do y'all want me to poll it up to see who we starting going forward? Is it that time? Because I got a poll for y'all now. You know I got a lot of poll in here. Did you want this poll in? I could poll it up. I could put your guy. I could have your boy on one side, and I could have Mitch on the other side. How you want this poll to be fit? You know it's poll time, bro.
I can't do this.
It's not poll, Deke. It's poll. We just Manscaped. We just gave away a Manscaped as well. The poll gonna look extra polly today.
I want zero involvement in this.
Come on, you know you want John Doe wants some poll. Steelers girl 517 wants some poll. Everybody said Knight Rider 16 want the poll. What you mean? I'm giving them poll today, Deke. We done a giveaway.
Do what you gotta do.
We done talk Manscaped. I'm throwing poll. All right, engage with your audience. Poll time. If both are healthy, who should start versus the Dolphins? Is that the question? That sound good? If both guys are healthy?
Yeah, I think that's good right now.
Because it has to be both guys being healthy.
I think that's good right now.
So both guys are healthy. Who should start versus the Dolphins? All right. Here comes the poll. How should I word Mitch? Should I just leave him, family friendly as Mitch, or should I call him like TT Mitch?
I don't care.
All right, that's TT Mitch.
Okay.
All right. Capital T too.
I'm gonna read this one real quick.
And I go KP8 for the culture. Sound good?
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
All right.
Mitchell Mania says Giselle voted for AB's pool.
Oh Jesus. Oh Lord. Now, I feel like I've seen AB's face somewhere.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Okay,
Yeah,
what was that? What was happening, bro?
Oh, after the win. I don't. Are you talking about AB doing stuff?
Yeah, but what happened? Like, why AB? Or was it just the context of because it's Brady?
Yeah.
I didn't know if he did anything new.
Yeah,
I was a little nervous.
I was just. We got the win, so I tweeted out a picture of AB in the fur coat.
For sure. I like the fur coat. That was epic. AB. That's the Bengals one too, right? Yeah, that was the Bengals one where he was
Week
like,
17.
"I'm gonna holler at you," because I seen the white.
Yeah.
The white mink was the dope game. That was after Wiz pulled up with the mink on, and then AB went crazy on us for like 2-something. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, the poll is in, ladies and gentlemen. The poll is. Oh, they said I should have changed it to Big Ken. Ooh, is that how you call him, Big Ken?
It's a funny nickname, but don't disrespect the goat like that. I'm not opposed to it though, because it is funny. It is funny.
They silly.
It is funny. One of my friends texted me that after. I think it was after Pickett's first preseason game. No, it might have been the second one. Whenever he just went down the field against the Jaguars before half, they said, "Oh, move out of the way, Big Ben's in town." I was seething at that point. I was like, "Don't disrespect the guy's nickname." But it was funny. I was dying. It was hilarious. So
I totally missed that.
If we want to stick with that, I'm not like that opposed, but
I like that day, bro. I like that day.
Kind of trivializes one of the best nicknames actually of all time in football.
I like it.
such a like Big Ben. It was as soon as he came into the league. I don't even know if that was like his college. I probably was his college nickname, but
I mean, he's a big guy named Benjamin.
Yeah.
Can't be too many. It's not to let you go with
so
this.
don't disrespect the guy's nickname like that. It is funny though. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I got mixed signals. Maybe you might be calling him Big Ken one of these days. We'll see.
That is pretty funny.
K-Dot. Nah, that's Kevin Dawson.
Yeah.
Right?
Like either K-Dot is Dotson or Lamar. Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, not. Yeah. That's who I know is K-Dot. I was like, you said Kevin. Oh.
I think KP8's the most natural one that's happened.
Yeah.
That one makes the most sense. KP8.
Big Ken. That is funny, bro. That is funny.
All right, you ready for the super chat, son?
Yes, let's get back to it. It's been a couple times because I figured, like I said, I just put the poll in. We're not a 1 or 2 minute poll type of people. We got a little endurance when we poll it up. All right, so we're going to let that thing sit in y'all for a little while. All right.
Mike Hood, the 614 in the house.
Hey,
happy winning Monday, Deke and Moats. Yes, indeed.
Let's go.
I think we referred to that as a victory Monday.
Victory. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Next one we got is Baron Bradford. Shout out to Devin Bush. I got you.
5-5. Let's go.
Loved his energy on the sideline.
Facts.
He really looked good out there. He appears bought in and confident. I love it. Next one is Dondre Izzo. D calling TB12 a B is undefeated, bro. I was on one yesterday. What can I say?
It was like that, bro.
Yeah, it really stemmed from whenever he didn't get that first down. They tried to QB sneak. I just figured out.
That was dope to stop him,
Brady's a bitch for that.
It was pretty funny to see his legs. Like he was rolling. I'm like, yo, you're not going anywhere. Your legs on the treadmill for a little bit.
Mitch, whenever they did the QB sneak with him, he got it.
Hey, man, put some respect on what Mitch was doing, man. I'm with it, bro. Absolutely.
Fisher Momentum. Hope Kenny's okay. Come get the Moats discount at GNC. They got a promo code Moats out there.
Okay.
They need to be paying you for that.
Okay.
Though, right?
I would say I would like a little contribution if we are doing it. But either way, the contribution or brand,
maybe Fisher Momentum could hit us up with a deal here.
He
GNC.
is connected to everybody.
Next we got 12th Wonder. 5-2 in the building. Great team win. That was the Mitch we wanted week 1. Glad to see Claypool, Bush, Rowe, and Larry O snap too. Shout out to Mollett.
My namesake, Arthur Mollett. Let's go.
Nick Joliffe. Hit DraftKings big on our boys dub.
Hey.
Hashtag keep the faith.
There it is. Promo code Moats, baby. You know what time we on. Let's get it. Like when you hit like that, man.
Dondre Izzo. Kenny had a bad one at the fashion show. What's up with the QBs with the model-looking wives? I should have played quarterback. He's complimenting Kenny.
Okay, I was so confused. I was like, yo, what's happening here, bro? Yeah, that was Friday night. Yeah, man. He's engaged though, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because he proposed to was it Heis? Wait, it was somewhere he proposed to her. I feel like I saw it, right? At least he said something about it.
I don't know when or where he did, but
Yeah.
yeah, I believe he
Definitely,
is
yeah.
engaged. Stan Claire. Deke said in your post, Saturday we win with Unlikely Hero.
There it is.
My post Saturday.
Or was it pregame?
What did I say?
Did you do like a pregame show?
I did do a big Deke news preview, but I think it was still a lot of the stuff that we talked about on the podcast. I felt like we had to run the
Yeah.
offense a little bit like how the Packers did against the Bucs. I feel like we did that.
Yeah.
And we had a nice bend but don't break defense. It was a great
Yeah.
formula, and we
Absolutely.
executed across the board. So like,
No,
it's
we
one
low-key
thing,
did though, bro. We
right?
actually.
It's one thing to have these strategies, but you still got to catch the ball. Like
Yeah.
Deontay screwed up against the Bills, and
Yeah.
we could have had more points on the board in the 1st half. It could have been more of a game. We had some really bad drops.
Yeah.
No drops in this one.
Across
Absolutely
the board, man.
zero drops.
Across the board.
No interceptions too.
Except
no
just
fumbles?
Good decision making, man. Yeah. And we even got the good luck in terms of when we did have the bad snap, we still recovered it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Steeler Nation on fire. Y'all heard what Boswell said towards Matt Canada.
what'd
Yeah,
he say?
this is...
I missed this. What'd he say, man? What my dog say?
This one's up in the air. I don't know how much I buy it. There's a video out where everyone's walking towards the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if Boz said it. I might be wrong on this because everyone is saying Boz said it, so I might be in the minority. But there's a comment you could definitely hear in the video where someone says, and I guess they're saying Boz, it ain't your fault, I'll tell you that. And people think he was pointing that comment in the direction of Canada.
It ain't your fault.
Yeah.
That's like a good thing.
I think it's
Or-
very much a stretch. Yeah, they're saying it is a good thing. Like, Canada's been
like-
calling good plays this whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't see it because
I think it's very much a
yeah,
stretch.
It was between. I know I've heard. Well, I didn't hear about that. I heard about the other one. People were like
The Mitch
Brady,
Jets one?
No, they were like Brady told his offensive lineman, "I ain't leave Giselle and my kids for you to be
Oh no,
losing
he
this."
was he was just dropping F-bombs.
Okay, I'm about to say I didn't
I
hear
heard it
anything.
faintly
Yeah,
on one of the broadcast rips that they threw up on social media.
He
was
was
just
cursing them out.
Oh yeah, it's just like, this play is terrible. Like, probably dropped three
Okay,
to four F-bombs in like a
Okay.
good 10, 15
but he was more so
seconds there.
just fired up.
Oh yeah, he was pissed about how the O-line was playing.
Gotcha.
He was
Yeah, because like I
just
said, I
going
couldn't
off.
tell. I just but it was social media. Hey man, this was going on. I'm like, bro, what?
That's not actually what he said.
Okay,
No,
I'm
they
like,
were,
man,
they
I
were just
haven't-
memeing it. They were
and I
just trying to
definitely
post some
had-
funny captions.
Yeah, I was like, tonight is I'm gonna be on social media and like surfing and catching up, But I was like, I haven't checked that out just yet to see if that's accurate or not. But I figured you was in the, I know you be in the know-how.
See,
So, yeah.
I couldn't really, because you know how the broadcasts are. Whenever they'll have the
Look at my
video on those
chapstick, man.
dudes,
My
sometimes
lips
you'll
getting dry.
get the secondhand audio just because of how loud the dudes are talking. They're
Right.
not trying to catch it, but you could
But you just get it, yeah.
clearly say. I mean, I didn't see it live because everything's muted at the at Tequila.
Mm-hmm.
But man, whenever I watched it yesterday, you could tell Brady's just dropping so many F-bombs. You
For
could
sure.
like faintly hear it, at least in one of the copies I listened to.
Okay.
Tom Beckley, just giving us some support. Thank you.
Shout out. Is that Tam?
Maybe it's Stan.
Yeah, I've actually never. Maybe it's Tam or like Tamara.
Yeah, my bad then.
I
Watched
couldn't
up
tell.
your name.
Yeah, shout out to Tim.
Skydiving Heck.
Hey, big love of skydiving, heck.
Shout out Claypool. Been killing him all year, but he came through. One complaint I have is the play calling before halftime. Can't spot them three before half. Good game though. I don't think that's play calling. That's just a decision to
Yeah.
try to go for it. So
Yeah.
that's probably more on Tomlin, right?
And it's just, I mean,
And it's
Yeah,
not the end of the world because
yeah.
you do want to maybe give yourself a chance.
And I was
So
gonna
like,
say, it
there's a
does-
fine line with
yeah,
it.
it does ultimately fall on Tomlin. Matt Canada can say what he wants and he can recommend it, but Tomlin is the ultimate decision maker in that stance. And yeah, if he feels like I don't want to expose my quarterback to negativity for the simple sake of being aggressive right here, I don't fault him because of what, he was able to do in that first half. And the flow of the game in that particular part, man, it's like, yo, you've done exceptional in that first half. None of us were expecting to be where that game was then. So it's like, yo, let's get up out of this half and let's, regroup and let's go ahead and finish this thing out, man. So that's kind of like where I fell with that. But I can understand either way, though, whichever side of the fence you fall on, I could definitely understand that.
All right, we got Vincent Martinez from the 707.
Oh, question. Before we read Vincent, and shout out to Vincent, by the way, do you want me to take the poll out? I've had it in for 9 minutes now. Is that too long? Or is that kind of just right? Or you still got some time
I'm
left?
not talking about this, but you do what you got to do.
What would you, Deke? What would you do if this poll was in your?
I think
Chat.
this survey has pretty clear results.
You want to
86%
recap this
KPA, 14% titty match.
Dang. That's good though. At least we are all one band, one sound.
Definitely.
That's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
And it's 260 something people that did participate on this activity. They you know, they touched on the poll. I can respect that. You touched on it. I saw you vote. It's all good, bro. It ain't gotta be weird. Don't make it weird. It's just a poll. Okay. But yeah, that was good. And shout out to Steelers Girl 517 said that was perfect. Frank K, the 9 minutes was more than long enough for the poll activity. Matt Nerdy said I need to pull out the poll. I pulled it out. Okay. I know sometimes couches pull out and some people don't, but I pull the poll out every once in a while. So we got that done. And no, your boy, I don't know why Deke be getting uncomfortable when I start talking about the poll, man. Just relax. It's just a poll. It's a poll, man. You either got one or you've participated with one, but either way, man, they poll every year. Like elections, we're talking to Judge Dwayne Woodruff, man. We're talking to him.
How'd it go?
It was a lot of fun, man. We got the audio fixed too, Deke. Shout out to it was a group effort, a lot of conversations, a lot of think tanking and stuff. But now when that interview pops up,
I don't
audio
need
will
any
be
credit
way
for it.
clear. Yes, you do, because I did converse with you about, hey, with this particular thing, how does that work? And then with my man Dom, was like, yo, you get this picture on the front end. So it was a lot of bouncing out. I'm not gonna let you not credit you. So you was a part of the group project, so I'm gonna give you credit. I'm that type of guy. Everybody gets credit in my group projects. I don't take that credit like that. No. Teamwork, baby. Teamwork. But either way, man, the poll is good, man. And yes, Devin Herbert, the poll has climaxed. You're absolutely right. And once it climaxes, bro, there's no need to keep the poll in. So that's why we took the poll out. 9 minutes is more than enough time, man. It's more than enough time to get what you need to get in. Anything longer than that, what we doing? We exercising? You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just exercising the poll in the chat just for the sake of having it. Oh, does the YouTube function work for putting poll in and taking poll out? Is that what I ain't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just took the poll out. It was good. All right. So we need that.
Yeah, we got what we need to see, right? We got the results.
Y'all got what y'all came for, huh? It's okay. All right,
Come on.
We're good, bro. We're good, man. Mitchell Mayer says, hey, Mania says 9 minutes is plenty. I'm with you, bro. Sometimes, yeah, man, if it goes longer than 9, it's like, yo, I don't like this poll anymore. You know? It's not as enjoyable. So, hey, we're good now. Oh, and who won the poll, Alex? Who won? It was KPA, right?
86 to 14.
Yeah, 86 to 14%. So it was a wide margin. It was a ton of people that actually participated in there. And it's actually cool, too, because it kind of correlated with the likes. It was like 260-something likes right now. And it was about 260-something people that participated in the poll. So shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. I'm glad to hear that y'all like the poll. Yeah.
We could do better, though. We got 818 watching.
You right, though. You right.
Could we bump these up to like 350 at least? I mean, we
could.
got 800 though.
I mean,
technically we should be at 800.
I mean, it was
For the
800.
likes, right?
We did a giveaway. We gave them a promo code. We got another giveaway coming up. We're giving y'all a poll for 9 minutes. Trina said she said 9 minutes is not enough poll. She cut everybody lightweights. I can understand it. Sometimes that's the case as well. Sometimes that's definitely the case. All right. And Michael G said that poll was a hard one. I would agree. Deke thought it was very hard as well trying to decide on that thing, man. But everything worked out. So I could get it. I understand, man. I understand. But yeah, you know, that's where we are, man. That's where we are. So you good?
That's what I expected.
Yeah, I kind of expected it as well, man.
I felt like Pickett was going to get the majority vote there.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just hard to go back. It's hard to go back, man. It's kind of like an ex. It's kind of how I look at it. It's like, yo, we had our time. But once I move on, I got to move on. But you could come back and have like a surprise performance.
I was going to say, sometimes the ex can show you some stuff, right?
That's a surprise performance. They said it took you on. Or like, yo, you know what? Maybe.
You see an IG pic of your ex.
So, yo, that
6 months down the line.
Why
like,
that?
whoa.
Oh, you been working out, huh? Oh, you been eating good, huh? Oh, you don't went vegan, huh? All right, okay. Now let me stop. I don't be checking for no exes around here, bro. I don't need none of that. Nope. Nope. Don't worry about me. Love you back.
Yesterday was one of those games where you text your ex.
Nope. No. For you, yes. Not for my situation. I don't need to be texting any exes.
One of those vibes. Everyone's feeling good, right?
No. For you guys, yes. For me, no. I was giving out victory kisses to my wife. I made sure it was documented.
That's good,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, y'all get frisky, y'all call up the ex. I get frisky, I kiss wifey. All right? So that's how we doing this. I'm not, you ain't about to get me. Heard what happened to Brady. I ain't going out like that. No, sir. No. And no, udoku. No. Nope.
Hunter Gaming. After the first drive, Canada sucked with the play calling until 10 came in. Sabotage 8.
Sabotage.
No, I don't think Canada really did bad. I just don't think we had that many opportunities. There was just, and this is what I said at the beginning. I just thought it was a good game, a good back and forth game because the Bucs were able to hold on to the ball, maintain drives. Pickett really only had three full series. The other 2 was the one after the kick return, which I would have loved to score a touchdown. That's no excuse or anything. But then also the other one was that one right before half with the 30 seconds where it wasn't really a real opportunity. And then Mitch lit it up. I think you got to give credit to Canada, though, if Mitch is lighting it up like that.
Because those are two separate quarterbacks.
It was Mitch executing and
approach.
also Canada giving some good play calls. It had to be. Claypool was open.
Yeah.
And Mitch was hitting them. Connor Hayward, wide open.
Bro, shout out to Connor. And just in that context, too, shout out to Mitch in the sense of, man, identifying that they got 12 men on the field. You see guys scrambling to get off the field, and you see them jumping as well. So understanding that not only do I got the free play for them going off having too many guys on the field, but I also got a neutral zone, and you get blown coverage. Devin White, I think it was Levante David. You can see he's kind of like lost in the shuffle. Connor gets open, does what he needs to do. Nice run after. I wish my dog would have scored. I was hoping he was going to touch paint. I needed that one. I was going to lose my, at that point
I'm just
in the
happy
game,
he held
bro,
onto the ball.
Listen, dude, at that point in the game, yeah, I'm with you. But at that point in the game, man, I was like there. I was needing that reason to just absolutely lose my mind. And if he would have scored Deke, I was going to lose my mind, bro. I was going to lose it.
It would have been cool.
Absolutely, man. But big time salute to him for that, man. But yeah, man, across the board, Canada did what we're supposed to do, man. Like I said, it wasn't perfect, and that's not what we're saying. But what we are acknowledging is the growth. We are acknowledging that the same way we criticize him and question his professional acumen, his ability to call calls and scheme guys open, we're just simply acknowledging that, hey, we could feel those things definitely and clearly yesterday. We could see it and say, hey, man, these are routes that are downfield. We could see, hey, these are schemed up. These are called. It wasn't a lot of, hey, we're checking, hey, hot, this and that. No, that was them come up here. This is what we're going to run. And that is on Matt Canada right there. So like I said, man, we just acknowledging that, hey, he did do a pretty good job yesterday, man. And
apparently Boswell thinks that too.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to roll with that then. Let's go. But like I said, all things considering, man, when you talk about how he's been under fire, it's like, man, if we're going to heavily criticize him the way that we do, we definitely need to praise him just as much when it's warranted. And yesterday, in my opinion, and it sounds like the Deke's opinion as well, and shout out to Boss, maybe it's his opinion also, but we all feel like he's worth a little bit of acknowledgement today.
Turn Tavern. Chase and DJ didn't have any drive-killing drops.
Facts.
100%. They had drive-saving catches.
Ain't that the truth?
Specifically on third down. Chase had multiple drive. Oh, he just said it too.
Yeah.
Chase had multiple drive-saving catches. Does it come down to that sometimes?
Honestly, yeah. Sometimes you just have to make a play. And as simple as it sounds, or as hard as that sounds at times, I mean, in the past when we talked about, hey, man, we need a receiver to make a play. Before we saw these guys doing it consistently in stadium, it might feel like a daunting task. But when you see those guys make a play, you see how it helps out the offense. You can see how just it could be a bad scenario, right? When I think of the 3rd and 16 that we picked up,
we had a few of them.
We had a penalty, right?
3rd and longs.
We had a penalty. And it's like, dang, 3rd and 16, you could do give up ball, which is screen or a draw, or something quick to the flat, and they're obviously come up and tackle the catch, or you could take a shot. And ultimately, we were able to take a shot and complete it. But sometimes it does come down to just simply, man, this dude just made a heck of a play. The back shoulder throw to Chase Claypool, the one that we were saying, hey, man, did he all the way catch it or not? It's like, dude, that's one of them ones where, yeah, we can't always account for that. But at the same time, when you make that type of play, you see what it does to the offense. You see how it can impact the game. So, yeah, it does truly come down to sometimes as simple as, man, we just had a guy step up and make a big-time play. And for them, in terms of the Bucs, they have those same type of things. And every team, when you're in these games at this level, it does boil down to that. You know, the consistency part is definitely real, but at the end, you're going to have about 5 to 6 times where did a guy make a play, whether it was defensively or offensively or even on special teams. And that's typically how you can define the game. It's like who was consistent the most, who protected the ball, and who made them handful of plays at the various points in the game. And we're talking about 2 big field-flipping kickoff returns by Steven Sims. That's one of them. You talk about Chase Claypool, multiple big 3rd down catches. That's another one. You talk about Chase scoring a touchdown as a receiver. That's another one. You talk about this defense keeping the lid on the defense, right? Not allowing the big play. So all of these things we're talking about is ultimately how we get to where we were yesterday. So, yeah, man. Salute, and more salute.
Samurai Finn. Never seen Vita Vea push around before. Shout out to the O-line. Yeah,
Let's
they
get
played
it, man.
really good.
Heck yeah, dude. They was doing what they needed to do, man.
Across the board.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Jacob Alessio. I called Sims bringing one in. Almost. Maybe next week.
Well, speaking of Steven Sims, how about we talk to him on Thursday? Because he will be our guest this week.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
Good
So we can see, hey,
That's
what
a good
happened on the return? Did you get caught or was he just fast? We need to know. We also will find out, if he going to house something next week for us because we need that action, man.
I think you got to fake like a hammy or something after you go down, right?
We need answers. Now, Steven, if this dude was a 4-2 guy, I get it, but you usually look fast. We need to know. But yeah, he will be joining us on Thursday's show, man. So you definitely do not want to miss that, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting, man, to talk to him after the performance that he had, bro.
Great guest. Looking forward to it.
Heck yeah.
Black and Martyr, just giving us some support.
Let's go. Shout out to Black and Martyr. Let's get it.
And then we got Farron Bradford. What can we do schematically to be better at passing? Our pass pro is good, but often overlooked because the numbers aren't there. We just need more touchdowns.
No, we do, man. We do. And like we said, man, think first quarter and think fourth quarter, some of the things we saw, the expansion of that and just more consistency with that. And we did see more consistency yesterday. We did see schematically more routes being drawn up downfield. Those are some of the things, and even work in the middle of the field, right? One of the biggest critiques is our middle of the field offense, right? We didn't have Pat Frymouth. Who do we turn to? Chase Claypool. And who was he working on? Antoine Winfield in the slot. And who else? Devin White, the off-ball linebacker. That's the thing that we always get worked on, right? We always get receiver on our LBs, and we always like, yo, man, this sucks, man. Why won't I ever do this? We were doing that yesterday. 100% we were. So when you're talking about some of the schematics, once again, that's Matt Canada identifying a matchup, but ultimately trusting his guy and saying that, hey, Chase, man, I believe that you can make these plays. And him actually going out there and executing and do that, and you getting the ball placement from a quarterback that was putting it where it needed to be. But to me, man, that is, improvement when you're talking about the passing game in a schematic standpoint. Those are things that we can circle and highlight and say, hey, this is Matt Canada. This is scheme. That's not just Claypool being Claypool. No, that's Claypool by design. They're trying to target a certain coverage. They're trying to target a certain look, and it worked out for them. Even some of the stuff they were doing with Deontay and George Pickens. Like I said, it wasn't a big George Pickens game, but he was, when we needed something to happen, consistently move the sticks, we could go to him. He was going to get open. When you talk about Deontay was looking like regular Deontay, in terms of making them nice hands catches, doing all that crazy fast stuff. No running backwards, though. Shout out to him for that. But like as a whole, man, we could point to that stuff and say, man, this is what we need. These are tangible steps of improvement that we can point to and we can highlight. And that's the thing that we're saying. It still isn't going to be as if this was week 15, 16, 17. But in terms of when we're looking from where we came from, weeks 1, 2, and 3, we can definitely highlight the growth where we're at right now. And that's the part where we're like, yo, it's a journey. And sometimes that progression isn't going to always be smooth. Sometimes it's going to be up, down a little bit, up, down, up, down, down, down. But as long as we keep progressing forward and keep trusting and believing in this staff as well, man, we'll be fine. And that's what this team is showing. I don't just come up here and talk about believing in them for the simple sake of believing in them. But when they put stuff on tape like this, it makes it more realistic. It makes it a lot easier to be optimistic and say, hey, they can do this because now they have shown it. So I said, man, definitely improving. And they still got more room to grow, but feel good about them. Trust me, feel good.
Yeah, I'm with you. From week 1 till now, I think there's just been like a steady improvement. Now, there have been hiccups along the way, but even going back to the Patriots game, what was all we were talking about after that one? Mitch, offense, stagnant. Even though, again, it wasn't on the offense. That's why we lost. There were some fluky things that happened. But then right after that, Cleveland game, we saw in the first half, Mitch make some plays, and again, that wasn't all on Mitch, too, because there were a lot of drops in that one. Yeah. Defense couldn't hold up, but we still saw some signs. We saw some improvement. And then Pickett gets in the Jets game. We're all excited about that. He was tossing the ball around the field. Bills game, overall team performance, but overall team performance was down, but you could still see the signs from the offense.
Absolutely.
There were drops, though. The execution was off a little bit. We had that really nice first drive by Pickett. We were sustaining some drives early on, but again, drops, things didn't really go our way. And then we have a game like this where Mitch puts it together in those last 2 drives. Pickett has a nice one to start off. So, I think overall there's just been a nice trajectory with where we're going on offense.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I definitely
Hasn't been perfect. We could still use some more.
And that's a part of it. Like,
is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, every team goes through these various levels of progression and how that looks. You talk about that Bucs team. You don't think they're going through similar discussions? Man, we finally looked consistent against Atlanta. We finally did some things versus Atlanta. Oh, man, we took a step back this week. All right, how are they going to respond? Like, this is the Green Bay Packers. They're having similar conversations. The Jets, think prior to Zach Wilson getting out there when it was Joe Flacco, how those conversations were had and what that looked like, and now where they are. It's like, man, everybody goes through their progress a little bit different, but for us, it's like, yeah, we understand that it just feels a little bit more intense because this is our team, but it's not just a Pittsburgh issue in terms of guys being a little bit up and down as they continue to progress. That's a part of it, man. But stick with us, baby. Just stick with us. Because like you said, man, you saw yesterday, we knock off a team that a lot of people, it was not like that. Because when you talk about just the on-paper preview matchup, no, it wasn't one of those things where you could legitimately just feel outside of that pure fandom, right? And that's the thing that we understand. But in terms of just a X's and O's standpoint, it's like it wasn't impossible, but the probability of it wasn't high. But this is ultimately why you believe, why you play the game, because they are capable of doing these things. And just hopefully they can keep being this consistent, man, going forward. Because if they play like that, they're fine.
Let's go, UW. Says, don't you start the Pierre Island hype again.
Uh-oh. You did drop a Pierre Island. I heard it, and I wanted to say something. I was like, all right, now, Deke.
The nickname's warranted after yesterday's game.
It is, but you jinxed him last year when you threw that on him, bro.
I'm not going to hype it up too much. I just want to call him Pierre Island. Let's not go into a whole segment about how Pierre's our new cornerback.
I was ready for you to give him.
We don't need to do that.
Mike Evans, who? Chris Godwin, who?
I'm just saying the nickname is warranted after yesterday's performance.
I want a one-on-one with Tyreek Hill. I was ready for you to say that. I want a one-on-one with Tyreek Hill. No help. That was you told me with Jamar. I want a one-on-one. No help. He got this. Okay.
I wanted a Kella one-on-one on Jamar.
I ain't want that either. Yeah, I don't want none of them dudes one-on-one. They say I don't want them dudes one-on-one with Tyreek Hill next week or Jalen Waddle. I'll be ping. I'll tell you, bro, I love his celebration. I hate it and I love it at the same time. I'm not a penguin guy, but I just...
Who Dolphins play last week?
Oh, man.
Because the one dude scored a touchdown and did it. That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
In terms of Dotson, he goes on, that was his worst game so far this year. Dotson isn't playing good, though. So if that was his worst game, fine. I'm with you because there were like 3 or 4 plays that you could highlight, penalties and whatnot. But overall, for the most of the time I was watching the game, looking up at the screen, Dotson was making plays along with the whole offensive line and having some really nice blocks and giving the quarterback time. So I thought he still played fine. It's just, if anything, goes hand in hand with the offensive line's improvement this year.
Yeah.
And Kevin Dotson's just really solid play and becoming who we think he should be.
Yeah, I would agree. Also, I had a quick issue too.
What?
It wasn't with you though.
Okay.
All right. I wanted to fanboy yesterday. I didn't get a chance. So yesterday
You were fanboying someone.
I wanted to. I didn't get a chance because I didn't know this was happening until it was too late. Yesterday, leading the Terrible Towel rally.
You did it.
No.
It wasn't AB like we predicted?
It was Kurt Angle with a broke freaking neck out that thing, getting it in. And I'm a Kurt Angle guy. Okay? I like Kurt Angle. His intro music is epic. It's just a vibe. You know? Olympic gold medalist, man, with a broke neck. That's not easy to do. I wanted to meet him. I wanted to get a picture with him. I didn't realize he was down there until I was up at my daggone seat. I'm just like, no. So I was really sad about that. And yes, I'm still very perturbed. So I didn't want to get that out. And I didn't even think about it until I saw somebody say freaking in here. I don't even know what they were referring to, but when I saw freaking, it reminded me of Kurt Angle, man. So I was definitely a little bit sad about that, bro. But
I'm not too familiar with him, but he is from Pittsburgh, correct?
Yeah.
And I'm bummed for you.
Yeah, it hurt.
So you don't really do that too much, right?
No, it's rare. I was like, it was Kurt Angle. It's like, nope, don't even get to meet.
Who was the last guy? Kevin Green?
Yeah, Kevin Green, yeah.
And that was when you were playing.
Yeah, I totally had an in uniform pick with him. That happened.
Google East. Shout out to the Pigeons. Hashtag sabotage time.
Bro, there were it was definitely like a flock of pigeons.
I saw whenever I rewatched it.
They just kept floating on each end of the end zone. We're like, bro, what the heck is going on? Every time the ball moves, they just fly up. It drop back down. Ball going this way, they on the other end of the end zone. We're like, yo, what are these pigeons doing, bro? It was like 15 of them joints out there.
They were good luck from what I'm hearing.
I guess so, man. Wherever they were, whoever was the pigeon, flip them pigeons, man. Bring them on back, baby.
Donald Morgan has joined the upper room.
Hey, shout out to Donald Morgan and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
Christy Privat. Najee is running behind an O-line with a Hyman.
Oh, Lord. God, dog. Hey, that's what we on. That's what we on, Lord.
What's this? Block entry? What's she saying?
Ay, ay, ay. Shout out to that. That's a dope way to comment that right there. That's a dope way to comment that. Shout out to Crystal right there. that caught me off guard. I looked down at it. I was like, oh. I thought you was misreading something. Now I look, I was like, oh no, he's reading that right. Yeah. Shout out though, baby. Shout out.
Fish Momentum. Just got off work. The #1 podcast, Moats and Deke.
Hey, respect. Nah, salute you, baby. Salute you.
All right. We also got Dondre Izell. Who been the best O-line on the Steelers so far?
I'm either going Mason Cole or
6'9".
Chooks. You said 6'9". Yeah, I go Mason or Chooks. Off the top
Chooks
of my
has
head.
been good too.
Yeah, and granted, Chooks did get beat yesterday. I get that, but yeah, I think he's been probably the most consistent pass game and running game. Like I said, Mason Cole's been really good as well. He's not jumping. He doesn't jump off the screen the same way as some of the other guys, but I think that he's been really consistent as well. The weird dude is like James Daniels to me, because he's either like elite or like really tragic at times, man. It's like I see him pulling, hitting the block, or I see him like making the good pass pro, and then it's like, all right, I might see him have a bad play. And I'm like, God, dog, like that was rough. But he's one of the ones that I think has the potential to be the best guy, but his consistency has been a little up and down. And granted, we know he's new to the team and stuff like that, but he's been one of those dudes for me where I'm just like, I'm liking that he's continuing to improve as well, because we signed him for a reason. And when he is on, he can really be a lot more impactful for us. But yeah, the two that I would probably go with off the top right now is Mason Cole and Chooks.
Cameron Schrader. A lot of positives from Sunday. However, I was scratching my head at the times due to poor game / clock management. Some stuff needs cleaned up. # Canada out. No, can't. No. No, we're good, man. We got the momentum we needed. Let's keep rolling with this.
Deke, they finally have isolated to one thing now. So if you finally isolated to one thing, baby, in terms of poor game and clock management, I think that we're doing good, because beforehand it was poor game clock management. Nobody over the middle of the field, no scheming downfield routes, no moving the pocket, no running game, no being unpredictable and all these other things, right? So if we checked all that off and now we just down to poor game / clock management, man, hey, that's a step in the right direction, baby, all right? We working our way up, man. It's not going to just overnight be perfect. No. But we on there. We getting there.
Mike Hood. As I said on Space Talk, team was fired up, and they played with fire and heart.
Facts.
Loved every minute of it.
Facts.
Claypool and Deontay slept with the jugs.
Hey, which jugs? Oh, machine. Got you. Fair enough. I thought he was hanging with Mitch.
That's what people have been calling for from those two.
What?
Just be on the jugs machines 24/7.
Heck yeah. Perfect craft. It was the one dude they showed. I was watching the Bears game, and they were showing he had like the jugs machine in his living room, bro. He was like in the crib, 1 foot just catching, had like a trash can over. He's like, yo, this is how I work on the combat catches. And I'm just like, that is some athlete stuff right there. I'm sitting here thinking about my house. I'm like, yeah, because I done definitely had a whole pass rush workout in the crib. Like, I need this pop up, I need that pop up, I need this dummy right here. It's like that, man. It's that athlete life, baby.
Damon Brown. Deontay wore his Nike gloves, and Claypool stepped up when needed. Do you think some of the fan criticism got them and used that as motivation? Shout out to Trina and shout out to the chat.
Shout out to
now, I will say with Deontay, and this is even
Mm-hmm.
in reference to the last comment, dude, big ups to him for backing up his talk, because he tweeted out in the middle of last week, the fans that support me, stick with me. The fans that are hating right now, stick with me, because I'm going to turn this around. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He caught every ball.
Now, I was impressed with that. Both elements of it, his performance, also we talk about that tweet as well, and even more so because that was also in a response to the first tweet he sent as well. Remember when it was, if you think you could do it better than me, you come out here and do it. So it was good to see him kind of like settle off of that and take it less personal and understand just the business side of it. But then for him to actually put work with words and come out there on Sunday and put together a performance like he did, man. So definitely tip the cap to him for that, man. Like I said, man, this dude is dope. It's just the consistency part. We're not saying that he's not a good player. It's like, yo, just be consistent. When you play like that, man, ain't nobody gonna be able to guard you. And that's the truth about it, man. He is a dynamic receiver.
Yeah. Fish momentum. I'm going to try. Just got off work. I think he's talking about going down to the casino.
Yeah, down the rivers.
He's gonna
hang with the homie Nanzito.
He's going to make an attempt at it.
Let's go.
All right, we got Damon Brown. Any truth to Boswell yelling out loud to Canada as Canada yelled, "We won"? Supposedly, okay, so there's more to this story here. Supposedly, Boswell yelled in response, "Not because of you." Okay, so it's actually Boswell calling out Canada. I thought it was more of Boswell complimenting Canada, but if Canada initially said
Canada
that,
at again?
I don't know, dude. He's around.
Like, where was he? Is he in the?
You're
booth?
gonna
Is he
have
on the
to.
sideline?
Someone brought this up in the chat. You're the one that's gonna have to watch this because you know Boswell's voice better than any of us.
Stop it, man. I know Boz as well. Boz ain't on that energy, man.
There was the sneeze.
That's that sneeze, man.
It finally came around.
Finally, man. You know, it happens like that with the poll too. You never know when it's gonna happen, and sometimes it just pops up on you. But sometimes it takes a while to build up. And I saw that sneeze. It took you some time. It took you longer than 9 minutes to build that up, though. You know, so I'm glad
like
that you were able.
half.
But hey, sometimes you gotta take your time with it, man. You took your time with it, but it climaxed. So I'm glad for you, man.
Money Man Malloy has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Money Man Malloy and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, next one we got. Oh, I got Money Man Malloy here twice.
I see him as well. Yeah.
Says, even though we won, we still need to get rid of Canada. The man ran 2 jet sweeps back to back, and then I feel like our blocking schemes aren't the best. It looked like it's just a straight push, no zones or traps or counters.
Once again, though, the jet sweep did work with Chase Claypool. He did pick up, was it 10? I think it was on his jet sweep run.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. We think about it this way. It's no point in acting like we don't ever want to see the jet sweep again, because until we can effectively run the ball in between the tackles, we have to do jet sweeps. We have to do quick passing attacks to substitute for the running game. So when you watch the jet sweeps, watch when he's calling them. That's when you would call a traditional, let's hand it off to Najee. But there's no purpose, or there's no point in doing that consistently right now when you just hit or miss with this Russian attack, right? We still, like I said yesterday, we ran it decent situationally, but as a whole, it wasn't where we wanted it to be. But when you talk about why we're able to stay on schedule in certain elements, the jet sweep does help right there. Sometimes the quick stop routes that we keep complaining about, why do they keep running stops? Why do they keep running comebacks? They're trying to do the Brady. When we talk about Brady in that offense, man, they at times will quick game it to act like a run game. We do that with the jet sweep. That's how Matt Canada does it. Now, like I said, it's a difference in terms of the optics of it, but that's the thought process with it. And like I said, at times the jet sweep does give us that. I don't like it all the time, but when I look at George Pickens running and getting, 2-3 yards, it's like, okay, it was a changeup versus me watching Najee run into the back of our offensive line and get 2 or 3 yards. So just think of it in the sense of a guy going through different things. All right, this isn't working, so let's try this. All right, that doesn't work. Let's try the combination of this and this. So that's what we're seeing as well. So that's why, once again, we're talking about Matt Canada and his progression as well. Those are some of the things that he's trying to figure out because of this running game. If the running game was as consistent and as simple as just turn around and hands it off to Najee and Jalen Warren 30 times and we're going to rush for 250, we would do that. But what has been the biggest criticism we're talking about our offensive line in particular this season? It has not been their pass protection. It has been their run blocking. So that's, like I said, the big reason why we still see jet sweeps as much as we do and some of the other quick game passing stuff that we see as well.
Q. Brady gave up his marriage for that O-line. That's why he was screaming.
Bro, that was a rough one,
I think I skipped one, though. Who is
I think it's Sean McCartney?
Okay,
Yeah.
Sean McCartney.
Claypool
and Bush did great. Here we go, Steelers.
No, facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah, and they were the two dudes that have easily been getting criticized the most.
Yes, indeed.
Over these last couple seasons. And then we got Fish Momentum saying, I got to win a Moats and Deke sweepstakes.
Ooh, well, man, we're going to do another giveaway in a little bit. We're going to get through these last little bit of supers. And then after that, man, we got giveaway number 2 coming up as well. So, I'm excited, man.
Steeler Nation on fire. Deke loves watching those girls on the pool. Laugh my ass off. I stay out of that scene.
I ain't even mess with that one.
Talking about strip clubs, obviously. I don't go to strip clubs.
Right, leaving that one alone. Yep, I'm with you. We're good. Yes.
Nah, I'm chill, man.
Yeah.
I just go to Tequila Cowboy. And Tequila Cowboy, Little McFadden's here.
You told me you like to support the local economy and all the workers. That's what you told me. You said you're a big, local economy guy.
Hey, no, hey, yeah.
You said you like cash as well, man, because cash is king.
Live
Absolutely,
your life.
man.
It's just, I try to stay low key out here, man.
Technically, wouldn't that be low key though?
I don't know.
It's indoors, low light.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. C-Des 86, just checking in and then time traveling back to the beginning of the podcast. Okay.
Hey now.
Interesting way to go about it.
I like it.
And then we got, this is the Buccaneers pack logo, actually, that I printed out. Official Momentum. If I find tickets for the next game, I'll come see you.
Hey now. There it is.
Man, we got, in terms of home game, we got 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's a minute.
2 away games and a bye.
It's a
Then we're
minute,
back.
bro.
Is it the Saints?
Yeah,
I think Saints
November,
is the first
right?
one back. Yeah. All right. Dane Fowler. Who's y'all's offensive MVP and defensive MVP from Sunday's game? That's a good question.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone
that actually is
played
one.
great, man. Mitch got to be the offensive MVP for my man, it's between him and Claypool. I got to go Mitch, though.
Okay.
He really stepped up.
Wait, I was going to go whichever one you went, I was going to go opposite. So I could go Mitch, but I'll go Claypool then.
I'll go Mitch.
Turns
Defense.
Milet. Arthur Milet. That's my namesake. For me, and I'll give context on both of them. All right. Did you?
I'm trying to think defense. Go ahead.
Okay.
Say your reasoning, though.
Yeah, so for me, the reason for Claypool on the front end was, man, he's been under criticism. But he came up big time play after big time play, whether it was in the receiving game, whether it was in the running game with the jet sweep. I just thought his energy, his focus for 4 quarters was where it needed to be. So I would give him the game ball offensively or make him the MVP. And then defensively, Arthur Milet, because like I said, last week, man, he checked the team. He hollered at him. He was like, look, y'all find this funny. We lost by 30. Whoever it is, this isn't acceptable. And he was very passionate, very heated about that. But he didn't just use words and leave it at that. He also backed up with his actions. He came out this week like a true professional, man, and was a productive dude both in the run game and the pass game, played with that energy. And in a situation where we knew we were going to be a little bit light on the back end, him and Terrell Edmonds were, 2 of the guys that really stood up in terms of their leadership out there as well, man. So that's why I would go with Arthur Milet as my defensive MVP.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
the whole defense. Can I just say the whole defense? Because I don't really want to single anyone out.
Yeah.
But even though it would be in a positive way, just because I think everyone literally deserves credit for that one.
Right. And it'd be interesting.
We went through it at the beginning. Like, everyone made plays at their own given times.
No, seriously, they all did, man.
All right. Zick Shazier.
Hold on. Who'd you go with then?
I'm saying the whole defense.
Oh, he's going to hold you. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cop-out. Maybe we just say Devin Bush, man.
5-5, nice.
Let's give him some credit.
He was good yesterday.
I'm going to say the whole defense, though.
I like it, though.
Zick Shazier. Okay, so he's really confirming. Boz said it ain't because of you. And parentheses, the win. There are some comments popping up in the regular chat, too, saying, like, you really got to watch it. It's really clear.
All right.
So maybe I need to watch it again.
Did anyone ask Boz?
No.
Yeah, when that's confirmed, then
they're saying it's clear. Maybe he said it, but maybe the context is off.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
he has like an individual conversation going on in the background.
Yeah, when
because you're the one saying he would never be doing something like that, right?
Think about this. Just think about in this context. Who are the people that want Canada gone?
I'm not even gonna front. That would be hilarious.
No, but think about who are the people that want Canada gone? Fan base, right?
Yeah.
Media. So who is going to at any point in time where it looks like it's a sliver of I don't want him here, they're gonna run with it, right? So when I think of this context from a fan's perspective, it makes perfect sense why they're going to paint it and make it whatever it could be, even if the facts aren't that, even if the context isn't that. But for players, man, we're not hollering about firing anybody. You know why? Because as players, we understand that it's never going to be good when you do that type of stuff. We know that, hey, we all are in this thing thick as thieves, and that's what we say. It's like regardless of the outside noise, we know we got to come together and lock in. Because if you allow what the naysayers of the outside people are saying, it's going to cause this detention, or it's going to cause a separation within this team. And if you're not fully committed within the team, you're not going to compete the same way that you need to, and you're ultimately not going to win. And that's something that this team does do. This team does lock in. This team does support each other. I know that because I be down there. So that's why, to me, it's like, bro, I'm sure if you just simply ask Chris Boswell in the media, because media is obviously going to run with it, man, just simply ask him. He has locker availability multiple times throughout the week. Did you say this, yes or no? It's that simple, man. I personally
Is anyone going to do that?
I'm sure.
I'll ask him.
Yeah, for whoever wants to. I'm sure for Boss, he going to look at it the same way I'm looking at it.
They're really telling us to watch this thing, so we do got to watch this at some point.
I'm letting you know ahead of time, Deke. I'm probably not going to watch it just because it doesn't matter. Like, yeah. But either way, we give it context, though.
Gorilla Mode. Thoughts on the reports coming out about Mitch being benched. This is another one that came out today. Mitch being benched at half versus the Jets after a heated argument with Deontay Johnson for a lack of targets.
I mean, where'd you get that report at? Let me ask that first before I start talking.
I know who it was. Jerry Dulac, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, fair enough there. Might be some truth. I'll just leave it at that.
I just don't know if I care that much, to be honest with you. It's
a
tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Quarterback, receiver, getting at it over targets.
No. It's context with it. It is.
You know more.
Of course I do. But that's why that's where you got it from, though. Because I'm like, if that hasn't come out like that, then
Jerry Dulac report on Twitter, I believe.
Say, I'll leave it at that then, yeah.
No more?
Yeah. We'll talk off, Mike.
Damn. All right. I'll have an inside scoop. Okay. AJ Martinez. This is an old one. I definitely skipped this one. This was like from an hour ago.
It was like from an hour ago.
I'm surprised you didn't catch it. 34 was the super foundation of the secondary. Oh, yeah. Maybe he gets the MVP. Honestly.
Sheesh. Yeah, he was hooping, though, bro.
Everyone does, though, man. Everyone does. That's why I'm just going to give it to the whole defense.
Yeah.
Without him, it could have been rough with the inexperienced secondary.
No, seriously, man. It definitely could have, man.
Okay. We got Devon Hebert joining the upper room.
Oh, there, I got you now. Devon Herbert. Welcome to. Is it Herbert? Yeah, Herbert. Hebert? It's Hebert. There's no R there. It's Hebert. I was looking like, yo, am I reading this wrong? Yeah, Devon Hebert. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Steeler Nation on fire. Boswell said it ain't because of you. I guarantee you that much.
All right.
Okay, it looks like we're going to have Boswell in Canada as an undercard in our big boxing match then.
Stop it.
All right. Money Man Malloy.
Yeah.
Canada had said we won, and Bod said not because of you.
All right.
I need to watch this video again.
I'll just
wait
for
probably,
the answer.
Actually, you know where I think I saw this video?
What's up?
It wasn't horizontal. It was a vertical format. So whenever I heard the words being said, I don't even know if Boswell or Canada was in the scene. So maybe there's a horizontal format out there. Because whenever I saw it the first time, I was like, how do we know Boswell even said this? But maybe there's another edition of this video I need to check out.
Yeah, I'm about to say, y'all.
People are adamant, dude. I need to watch this video.
I'm about to say, y'all deep dive and
That's the first thing that I'm doing as soon as I get home.
Y'all go ahead and knock that out, man.
Buddha Blaze. Is it just me or the on-air talking heads giving Brady an out and not putting respect on the defense? That's what I said. It was probably like an hour ago where it's like, dude, Brady looked fine. It was more about what we're doing. Why can't we give the defense credit?
Yeah, man, Brady's washed. Cut it out. Stop it. Yeah.
Okay. Sean McCartney. The pigeons were cameras from other teams. Huh.
I have seen in some of them like hot tech spy movies, man. They be putting the pigeons with the little cameras on them, man. Heck yeah.
I don't know who this is, but they say, when was the last time we beat Brady?
This was Chris.
Finally, man.
Thanks, Joe Chris. Hayden. Joe Hayden was the last one.
We even played him since?
Yeah, that was the last time.
I don't even think we've played him.
Yeah.
Because
we played the Patriots since then, but we haven't played Brady specifically. Yeah.
Might have been the last time.
Yeah, because we haven't played him in Tampa just yet. Last time we were in Tampa, it was
no, we did.
Fitz.
We did. Juju, 2019. Ben, we go up. to New England opening day. AB stuff. They sign AB. He's sitting up in the box. We got smoked. It was like 30-3 or something like that.
Fair enough. But that was we won the last time we played them. I thought no. Was AB? No. When was the year with Joe Hayden in? Was it 19 then?
That was 18.
Oh,
that was when we
18
missed
then?
the playoffs.
Okay, 18 then. So yeah.
That team was good because that
That
Patriots
was.
team went to Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So it was
We
18
beat them. Then the next week, we pretty
That's
much
the
beat
New
the
Orleans
Saints
game.
outside of those
Yeah.
shitty calls by the refs. Juju fumbling at the end.
Yeah.
That was a good team. We just had so many unfortunate breaks that year.
You reminded me of New Orleans. Shout out to my dog Rosie Nix.
That was a Claypool moment. We like Rosie though.
That's my brother. No, I love Rosie. That's
We
that's
like
my
Claypool
partner,
now too,
partner,
especially
bro.
after this last game. But
that's my dude. 100% thick through thick and thin. That's my partner right there. But yes, bro, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I was out nazy like, bro, that is not a first down, bro. I don't know if you realize that or not.
Damon Brown, most underrated MC of all time, the MF and Doom. Rest in peace, Doom Lee.
Okay. R.I.P. to Doom Lee then, baby. R.I.P.
Jacob Alessio, no chance y'all going to the Carolina game. I'm there. Oh, any chance y'all going to the Carolina game. I'm there.
Oh, you talking about down? That's in Carolina, isn't it? If I remember correctly. If it's at the crib, if it's home, I'm at the house.
No. It is away. It's definitely in Carolina.
For the road games, it's not looking good for the boy, man. I'm settling down, man. I'm making sure on game days I'm with my fam. I need to give out victory kisses so that way I don't end up, in a bad place in my life. All right. So I make sure I stay around the people I need victory kisses from and to give them to. Yeah.
Cameron Schrader. Yeah. Who y'all got tonight? Let's ride. I don't know about Russ.
Yeah.
I might need to put a pick in for this game just to try to get my record balance out.
We already passed that, man. It's all good. Live and let die, man. We good, man.
Yeah.
I'll take the Chargers though if we had to talk about it.
Do I do it just to try to
Ain't
bring
no
this
point.
record back?
Or you gonna make it worse for yourself?
I could, but I can't do much worse than what I am. So yeah, what the hell? I'll do
Nah,
Broncos. I think they're plus.
with it,
They're
man.
like +4, +4.5.
No, we already walked away from this, man. I'm with the Broncos too. Then
fine. I'll do Chargers -4.
I'm with the Chargers too. Then
damn,
it's too early for you to be pressing like that. It's way too early.
it's not.
It's way too
It's
early.
not.
It's way too early. No. We good. When this was on the docket on Friday or Thursday show, you ain't want any of that action. Don't turn around and want that action today on Monday. All right. The picks were in. We're there next Thursday.
The offer's there.
I don't
So if
want
you
it.
don't want to take it,
Nope. I don't want it. Nope. I'm good.
I feel like it's a good deal for you if I'm taking the Broncos.
It probably is, but I don't even want to have to worry about if it's not a good deal for me. I'm going to just sit here tonight with my feet up and enjoy some more of this Brady pack. Okay? I still got some of that left. It was hitting. It was like Brady times biscotti. I was loving it. Oh, that's biscotti. I got him. Oh, my bad. All
From what I'm seeing, we are caught up on the Supers.
Perfect timing because now it's time for our final giveaway. You ready for that?
I literally think we've talked about everything.
No,
as well.
we
This has
legit
been
have
a good flow.
Absolutely. And I'm learning as well. See, like how Canada progresses, I'm progressing. I went ahead and put Steelers vs. Bucs recap as soon as we started talking in super chats because I figured we do this every year or every week. We're like, yo, man, we need to put the thing up. So it's like I'm trying to get better too, Yeah. And even trying to be better in the sense of making it more interactive because we have had these phone lines open, or at least the plan to have phone lines open on multiple of these Mondays, but it'd be getting just so much that we're talking about that we haven't had a chance to. So we wanted to make sure that we continue to give back to y'all, to support y'all as well. So with that being said, it's time for contest number 2, giveaway number 2 for the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Another question. What's the giveaway too?
So the giveaway this time, once again, another signed copy of the Moats Theory of Life, Moats book. All right. And smooth little Steelers beanie right here. All right. Adult size already. I didn't try it on, but I made sure it's regulation. Okay. And shout out. Actually, this is mother-in-law. She was the one who actually went and was like, you know what? Got these Steeler beanies, man. I'm at the store. Let me pick these up for the podcast for giveaways. I'm like, you know what? It's a great idea. Appreciate you. See, we got one band, one sound. It's a cohesive unit. All right. Everybody's a part of the team here. And I give credit to everybody that's a part of the group project. I told
Mama
you that.
Moats is looking out.
So shout out. Absolutely, man. So with that being said, though, signed copy of the Most of Your Life and Steelers Scully. is what we will be giving away for this second part of today's giveaway. All right. And once again, the digits to dial are 412-346-6955. So, is it time to give them the question? Let me go ahead and plug in the stuff, right? Because as soon as we give it, they're going to start dialing it up.
I don't even remember this one.
Oh, this is another fun one.
Oh, wait, I remember this one.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
I do remember this.
Maybe it's an easier one than last time, too, man, because last time, man, oof, we was kind of struggling. I was on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. We have everything plugged in. Got the audio popping. Phone line has been given out. And the question is, yesterday, Deke, we had a wide receiver score a touchdown. It was the first wide receiver touchdown this season.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, which wide receiver caught the first touchdown pass last season, and who was the team that they were playing against as well? Phone lines are open. Let's get it. Let's get it. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, this is Juan from Henderson over here in Nevada.
Let's go,
And
Juan,
I'm
over
a little
in
delayed. I
Nevada.
think the question you just asked was who was the wide receiver that scored?
Yeah, who was the wide receiver that scored the first touchdown pass last season, and what was the team he was going against as well?
It's so weird hearing yourself on the thing. Hold on, let me turn this off.
Oh, yeah, turn
Can you repeat that for me, please?
It's kind of like when you're on the radio. It's like, yo, I want to hear myself, but I'm on the phone too. I got you. All right. So the question is, which wide receiver caught the first touchdown pass last season and versus which team?
Damn. It was,
Do we put him on the clock?
Yeah.
I would say it would have to be, I mean, it was against the Bills. And I want to say it was Deontay.
Ah, he got it.
Oh,
He got it.
for the win. Shout out to Juan. He hit it right there, baby. Yo, that was correct.
Yeah.
It was Deontay Johnson caught a 5-yard pass versus the Buffalo Bills in the fourth quarter from Ben Roethlisberger. So,
Absolute thought of a throw.
Right.
of course you hear this, man. Absolute dot of a throw. So, Juan, man, shout out to you, man, for winning the Bill Scully, the Steelers skull cap along with the signed copy of the Moats Theory of Life. So, what you need to do is send an email to moatswinners@gmail.com. Put your name in, obviously Juan from Nevada. And then after that, man, I'll go through a couple of conversations with you to make sure it's really you. And after that, man, we'll get everything sent out. But I definitely appreciate you, all right?
Thanks, man. And thank you for correcting. I don't want none of your Bills gear, man. I want that Steelers gear. That's right.
Man, we know you're a Bills fan as well, man. Don't you do that. But no, man, from the heart, we greatly appreciate you, baby.
All right, man. Y'all be safe.
You too. Peace.
Yeah, dog in him per
Let's
36
go.
looks depressed here.
Let's
Some
go.
Very sad emojis. It says Bill's still on the mind for Moats.
You saw it. I was like, oh, my bad. But I mean, it was a victory Monday for them as well, man. Come on, man. You know I couldn't forget that, man. It should be like that sometimes, bro. You know?
Jacob Alessio, he has a super chat comment.
Uh-huh.
He believes there was controversy with that guy's answer. Says, bro, he looked up the answer on Google.
Well, I mean, it's a chance that he might have, and I understand that, but we did put him on the clock. You heard the song playing, and he did finish before the song finished. Now, I did that same song with the Barbarian. It did not work out for him.
Like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type
Just
of
go
method.
and give him that then. I'm about to say, because
Maybe 10 seconds.
Think about how long the Barbarian had. He low-key had longer, the Barbarian. And we was like, the chat was putting in answers. So, yeah, I'm just like, all right. But we'll this is something that I do want us to do more of, though, in all seriousness. And we're going to keep the phones up because we are going to actually get we're going to get to the get it off your chest portion of this thing as well. But in all seriousness, though, man, because y'all also supportive, y'all all in terms of just the interaction, the feedback, you know, it means a lot. So we're going to make sure that we do a lot more of this type of stuff and making it a little bit more fun like this instead of just the traditional, hey, man, like this video, comment here, share this, and do all this other stuff. sometimes, we'll just simply hotline it up, baby. So that was what we were on today, man. But now that we are finished with that portion, do we have any supers that just came in? If not,
Yeah, I'll read some.
okay. But
Kevin Weatherholt,
while I transition this.
second. Girlfriend just got me tickets for my first game in Pitt against the Ravens. Any recommendations on things to do or to visit?
Getting right.
When is that?
Right.
December? Well, that could be a cool time because you're going to have all the lights and Christmas trees down in Market Square. That's like, I'd say that's the heart of downtown. It's over by the point where all those three rivers connect.
Yeah.
So go to PPG Paint's building. They're going to have like an ice skating rink up there. They're going to have like a bunch of Santa Clauses and Christmas trees from like all over the world. It's just like a nice night to walk around. I know it's going to be cool and stuff, but I think they even have, at least over these last couple of years, some pop-up bars and
they do.
little spots. Even if they don't, they do have little restaurants
for a
and
fact
bars.
they do. It's
in
called,
Market Square
because I
anyway.
know I popped up at one of them, me and wifey. I forgot the name of the bar. Oh my gosh. But yeah, once I'm gonna go back and get the name of it. Yeah, I'll make sure whenever you are closer to time, make sure you hit us back up again, man, because they definitely do those little pop-up bars. It's Halloween ones too. I'm actually gonna check one of them out, man.
Yeah, I think there are some.
It's
of those
definitely a
going
little
on
vibe.
right
Yeah, it's a vibe, man.
now. Outside of that, North Shore is good. You could bar hop there. They got some really new, nice spots. South Side, as we mentioned in the last couple podcasts, it's starting to get a little bad, but that's always a good spot if you want to drink and bar hop as well. That's kind of like a staple here in Pittsburgh. Incline, that's there. Strip District, you've talked about it. I've never even
don't you put on me that.
No, I've never
you
even
the
been to
strip
like the Strip District, though, to be honest. Like not that much. I've been down there in passing, and I've never really made like a huge weekend down at the Strip District. There, so maybe I'm giving bad advice.
No,
with that,
it could be fun.
Everyone's talked about the Strip
definitely
District being good.
It could definitely be fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then go to the game and get drunk. Have fun.
I like it.
Devin Hebert is just giving
Showing
us
a
some
little love.
support again.
All right, let's go, man.
And DeBron Brown says Boswell tweeted it.
Per Steelers Talk. What is Steelers Talk?
I don't know. Maybe that's like a news source.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know what Steelers Talk
There's
is.
something going on here. I need to check it out.
I know I was on Steelers TV today. It didn't come up. So I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But either way, man, everything will work out. Fine. So with that being said, I did want to open up the phone lines, man, and just get your simple reactions to yesterday's game, man. All right, we got a couple of minutes before we're going to tap up out of this thing, man, because, I got, fam to tend to. But the digits to dial are 412-346-6955, man. Let's hear your thoughts on yesterday's performance by the guys. Who was your top performer? Let's get it.
MVP on offense and defense. I like that.
Here we go. Talk to me, man. Who we on the hotline with, baby? Hello.
Hello?
Yo,
you hear
what's
me?
good?
I can hear you.
There it is. Who we on the hotline with, baby? Talk to me now.
What's up, Deke and Moats? It's Jerry Ramos from Richland, California. How you guys doing?
Let's go, Jared Ramos, man.
Excellent.
We can't complain, man. But talk to me on your end, partner. Who was your MVP offensively and defensively in yesterday's game?
Perfect. Offensively, I'm going to go with Claypool. Honestly, last week when Arthur Millette was talking about dudes laughing on the sideline.
See, y'all just said it was him. Yo, man.
I already know how Claypool is. Claypool is always like
Respect.
and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I know for a fact Claypool was laughing right there. But yeah, he showed up big, man.
Yeah,
but
facts.
Their down conversions were they were huge, and I love the way he came back to the ball on when Trubisky scrambled on that 3rd and 11 on that last drive. And kept his feet in bounds and made the play of the game. And I was just happy with his performance, and I hope they keep it up. And then defensively, I'm gonna go with Devin Bush.
Okay,
has been my guy since he got out. Of Michigan. Yes, sir. Yeah, I actually have a Devin Bush jersey, but
let's go.
It's been my guy, and I know he's been under some criticism, which rightfully so. He hasn't really performed at the top 10 draft pick. Yeah. But one of the plays that goes unnoticed from yesterday, what he did was like how he on that Godwin play, the 2-point conversion, he was I guess kind of like trick Brady into like
Brady was about to hit that tight end, and then all of a sudden you see Godwin on that little crossing. He came back on that crosser, and he got his hand in, and just deflected it and made a play.
Heck yeah, big time play.
But but as Deke was saying, the whole defense played well. It was a great team effort. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Going into this week, when I saw the injury report, I was like, honestly, Brady about those 7 touchdowns. I was just not optimistic at all. More pessimistic. But I'm glad. I humbly say I'm glad that they proved me wrong.
Yeah.
And, I was just happy with the performance, and I definitely do think we'll beat Miami and we'll upset the Eagles after their bye. And we got momentum, man. I'm excited.
No, respect. I like that. So
thanks for the call, man.
Heck yeah, man. So he went
good.
Claypool on the front end, went with 5-5 on the back end. So I definitely like that and appreciate the heck out of you as well. All right.
Thank you, guys. You guys take care, man, and God bless. And go Steelers.
No doubt, baby. Go Steelers.
Hell yeah.
Peace. Let's get it, man. Now, that was a dope call right there, man. Phone lines are still open. Get it in. Let us know who your offensive. Oh, hey, now. Who we on the hotline with? Player, talk to me.
Hi, this is Crystal Privet.
Crystal, what is up? Deke, this is history right here. You are the first female to actually call in. Shout out to you, Crystal. Big time shout out to you, man. We appreciate your support greatly. Yes, indeed. So who was your MVP
Thank you.
on the offensive end and on the defensive end?
Okay, defensive, I'm going Larry Okunjobi.
Let's go. Okay.
I think we finally got pressure in the middle.
Yeah. I definitely would agree.
Offense, offense is kind of tricky because I think everything was up and down, but I would say Claypool at the end.
Okay.
I think Deke might be right. I think it might be Mitch.
Big Mitch energy.
Because he fell in that fumble, so I give him that credit.
That was critical.
He had that look in his eye. He had that dog in him yesterday. We got to give him props.
Because I was ready to walk out the bar. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was leaving.
Yeah, it had all of us in panic mode.
Yeah, so I'll give Mitch the credit because I was like he came in with good spirits. He didn't look nervous.
True.
And he held his head up, and I give him credit. So I'll give it to Mitch.
Respect.
And I think Larry O. But I think the biggest MVP of the game, I'm sorry, is Mike Tomlin. He put together a bunch of rejects that probably was on like 4 different practice squads and got them to play as a single unit and held down for 4 quarters. So I'm giving it to Mike Tomlin overall.
This is very true right here. Crystal, for you to be the first female to call this show, that was a heck of a job right there, man. That's how you set the tone. We greatly appreciate you. So, Larry O, Money Mitch, and Coach T. Respect. Big respect. Crystal, we greatly appreciate you as always, all right?
All right. Thanks, guys.
No doubt. Peace. Let's go. Man, shout out to Crystal right there. That was a vibe, bro. That was a vibe.
It was a good call.
Absolutely.
She sounded like a big Pickett supporter, though, huh?
She did it for. I was
He's
like,
I guess I gotta give Mitch some credit.
I was like, yeah, she gave it. All right, I like it. No, that was awesome right there, man. She held it down right there. All right.
2 great calls so far.
Yeah, so far so good. All right, we got time for one more. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Last call. Phone lines are open. We need to hear your MVP. Okay, we got a 412 hitting us up. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, what's up, Moats, man? It's Jake from North Carolina, baby.
Jake, what it do? How we living on your end?
Living good, man. Living a dream, man.
That's what I love to hear right there, man. So talk to me, baby. Who was your offensive and defensive MVP from Sunday's performance?
Defense, I'm going to go Hayward, man. Got to go Hayward.
The man in the middle. Let's go.
He was flustering Brady a little bit, talking to him a little bit.
You see it.
Walling him off when Brady was trying to complain about that 2-point conversion.
You see it. I like it.
Yep,
I see where this mindset is at. It's not bad. Not bad call.
And who'd you have on the offense?
And also, I gotta give props to Highsmith too, man. That little sack fumble he did.
Facts. Let's go.
You know, I mean,
too bad we couldn't recover because that was a hell of a
how many linebackers could? How many linebackers can say that they sacked Brady and then forced a fumble?
No, seriously, that's a small list. Absolutely. Big time right there, man. big time.
Definitely.
Like that.
Definitely.
So we got
And,
Cam and Highsmith on the defense.
Offense, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Mitch, man. Titty Mitch.
There it is. Y'all seen I tried to be respectful, right? When Chris was on, I was like, yo, it's Money Mitch. It's Big Mitch. I didn't want to cross that line. But shout out to you right there for go ahead and dropping that for us one time. There it is for the culture. Shout out to
man,
Mitch.
of course. Hey, shout out to Crystal too, man. So I think, she called the other guys the rejects. I think the lower room should be AKA rejects, man. I think, and then Deke can go ahead and make that little jingle song for it, and all be well.
Have a little jingle for the rejects.
I mean,
yo, that is funny, bro.
I mean, that's still like what, 2 years in the making.
It's gonna happen eventually, though. It's gonna happen eventually.
That's what's up. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking the call, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let somebody else call in, but I'm gonna go ahead and stand firm, man. Cut Deontay. George is the guy.
Oh, come on, he played good. Actually, yeah. I was waiting to hear what you had to say about Deontay. He stepped up yesterday.
No, he's still holding true though, man. I like that he's not gonna waver on his take. He said, "This is still my take, and I stand by it." So respect.
I mean, did he even drop a ball yet this year, George?
Pickens.
I don't think he did.
Oof, I don't know. If there was, it was just one, and I forgot about it already.
I was gonna say I definitely don't remember any off the top of my head.
Yeah, definitely not Pickens.
Yeah.
Claypool, Deontay, they've had a few apiece.
Yeah.
I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah. But no, man.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all taking the call, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, and as always, baby. Peace. Let's get it.
Dude, Deontay stepped up yesterday.
No, he did.
I
Though.
like
For a
how
fact,
he
he
played,
did.
man. Just across the board, all right? Literally everyone, at every position, every unit.
But that was a vibe.
Stepped up big time.
Definitely did, man. Definitely did. That was a vibe, though, bro. It was a good show today, man. I think we had a couple. And I did want to say this too, man. I did see some people in the chat when I was saying about the Steelers talk. I wasn't taking a shot at them, man, of the podcast that he liked that. I know people say, "Oh man, Moats just poo-poo that group." No, I'm not doing that because that's not my energy. Anybody knows me knows I don't do that. I was just simply saying, man, I want to hear it from the Steelers or from an official interview from Boss. That's all I'm saying. Not who's reading what mouth, this camera angle, because we know. That leaves a lot of gray area, man.
I got more information on it, though. Donald Copeland says Deke said it was to a DB.
See, once again, we're getting various. That's all I'm saying. Until I hear it from him in an interview, it's like, yo, who was it? A fan that he's talking to? Just as a funny, oh man, we won. Won because you.
No, it wasn't outside.
That's
it was
what I'm saying. Like
inside the tunnel.
Okay, so I'm just like, it's a lot
Maybe
going on.
Maybe it was to a media
man.
member.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. That's all. That's why I don't just quickly make a judgment. That's all I'm saying. Not saying that he did or did not say it, but to get the source of it, just simply interview him. So, and I'm sure somebody will ask him, and we will get this answer because Boz doesn't shy away from anything. And if he wanted to say that, Boz definitely will talk about it. Boz ain't worried about that. So, I mean, I would think that Boz has more cachet here than Matt Canada right now.
So he's either got to go through Twitter here.
Yeah.
In the next day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't even know this is out there. I don't know how much he's on social media.
I know his brother's up there. So his brother will definitely communicate. You met his brother before.
I did, yeah.
So
I don't know if he remembers me. But.
Yeah, but I'm sure his brother communicated to him if it is something to that extent. And if Boz feels moved enough that he wants to stand on it or, put it down or even acknowledge it, he kind of got that. This is Boz we talking about, man. I ain't going to have a negative thing to say about him. If he did say it, all right, cool. Stand on it. If you don't say it, all right, cool. Stand on that too. Either way, it ain't matter. We got to win, baby. But, yeah.
One more. Fish momentum. Hey, I tried to call, but just finished making spaghetti.
Ooh. Spaghetti do be hitting, though. Spaghetti does hit. Shout out to the spaghetti as well.
Yeah, you got to get your nutrition in.
No, facts, man. Facts. And for him, especially because he was rehabbing. Remember that. So he's come through that long journey, man. You want to make sure you're getting back balanced up the way it needs to be. So salute you for that. Yeah. But I think that was it for today, man. This was a vibe, man. Shout out to everybody that was on here with us today. This was a heck of a job by all of y'all. The feedback, always doing what y'all do. Hunter Gaming, Juan in Nevada. Shout out to both of y'all, man. Like I said, send those emails to moatswinners@gmail.com, man. So I'll make sure I get back with y'all and get all the giveaways sent to y'all. Everybody that has liked the stream, definitely shout out to y'all. And yeah. Make sure I use that Manscaped, baby. Promo code Moats. But other than that, until next time, baby.
Peace.